When are we clapping? Now?
Oh, we'll do that once we're set.
Don't see that picture that Spearballs posted with that wrestler that he commented on? Holy crap, he is like extremely skinny.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
He doesn't even look like him.
Nick is?
Nick Denzel, yeah.
Oh shit.
Alright. People coming in. That's out.
I got 2 links actually. I'm gonna drop in the chat.
Yeah, you do.
What up, Paul? What
Paul
up,
and
Sarah?
Sarah.
Neil. Can they hear us?
They can.
Yeah, they can.
Oh, what's up, y'all?
There's music and
I feel like Paul is everywhere on the internet all the time. He's in like every Twitter Spaces, every Mograph podcast.
Yep.
Yeah. Peace.
Come on, it's how you get your name out there.
True.
So freaking hot in my office. Probably take my jacket off, but I like my jacket.
It's taking us live. We're live, but I'm taking us for faces. Here we go. Stand by to the set. What's up, everybody? Welcome to
Look, I'm
another.
small.
Look how small
My
David
head
is.
just got massive.
Welcome to Pandemonium of October 2.0. I'm Dave.
I'm Matt.
I'm
Sorry,
David.
should we?
I'm
Wait,
EJ.
we're not supposed to be recording. Are we recording yet? We're not.
Oh
recording
yeah, we
yet.
should probably be recording.
No,
we
we-
should
Alright.
probably be recording.
Alright.
I'm gonna go ahead and start, and we'll do a little clap.
2 over.
Over. Dave, I just added something into the drop section.
Ooh.
There you go.
What episode is this? 302. All right.
302, I believe.
All right.
I don't know. You're the one who normally knows these things.
I'm rolling. Are y'all rolling?
I am rolling as well. Yes.
I'm
Rolling
rolling.
with the homies.
I'm not rolling because my audio is garbage.
So wait.
You can still roll
Ready?
You want
Ready?
me to
3, 2,
Oh, yeah.
1.
Okay.
because I can sweeten your garbage audio and make it.
Okay,
EJ,
okay,
I
okay.
love that you just like clapped.
3, 2, 1. Ready?
EJ, no. Wait.
No.
And
Oh no, he's messing everything up.
and
I have to actually
I'm just
start
totally
rolling.
effing up the audio track.
I know. I'm gonna be like looking at all these claps on
Which
your
clap?
track now. Which one is it? It's funny.
Oh, wait.
We got
Problem with
peeps in
audio
here.
hardware.
Oh,
What's
you
up,
gotta
man?
you gotta switch the input to your.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. We got Paul,
You gotta
Sarah,
put
Neil,
the people
Rev,
in the
Todd,
sleep floor.
Jeremy's here.
Then we collect
Andy?
the fleeb juice.
You.
A Schlami comes in, and he rubs it with some.
Schleem.
Check,
Some
check.
sleep.
All right.
He rubs the
I'm rolling.
schleem.
All right, everybody rolling.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna do a clapping thing. Here
God
we go.
damn it, EJ.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Cool,
Oh,
cool.
man, that
It
was
was way
funny.
off.
That was really funny.
All right. Okay, this isn't technically a special. It's actually a podcast. It'll be on
It's
the
just a
podcast
podcast.
stream. So I'll do the usual like intro stuff, and we can talk about stuff and things, and then we'll get callers and all of that. So I'm gonna start it off with the little intro audio, which y'all won't hear on your side, and then I'll go into it and we'll start this.
Oh.
All right, here we go. It's playing. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Mograph Mocast. I'm Dave.
And I'm Matt, joining us for the 1,000th time, David Ariew and EJ Hassenfratz.
I was just here.
And Mograph is a supplement to our
Clap
site,
for that.
mograph.com, which is a motion graphics tutorial site with tutorials, plugins, podcasts, and other Mograph stuff. And on the show, we talk about everything ranging from motion graphics to Cinema 4D, After Effects, plugins, render engines, doing business, doing taxes, being a contractor,
Wow.
or working for the man. You can email us info@mograph.com. Let us know what you think about the show. Questions, comments, concerns, queries, grievances, and client horror stories. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, mograph.com, and all the things. And today, we're going to hang out and talk about absolutely whatever. It's been a long couple weeks, y'all. And got a kiddo now and all of that stuff.
Yeah, you do.
Trying to sleep a little bit, like you do. And so our last
I'm surprised
episode
you're
was
not like dead right now. You're handling that pretty good. I guess you're experienced.
It's funny because he actually wakes up. He Skypes me way earlier now than he normally would.
Nice.
Yeah,
Like, it
it's
used
all
to
over
be
the
like
place.
10, 11 o'clock before he'd call me on Skype. Now it's like 9 o'clock on the dot, if not earlier.
It just depends. I mean, Julie is helping me, a lot in the sleep area so that I can actually get up and get some work done.
Mhm.
you know.
Totally.
So we're trading off, taking naps at weird times, like you do. Pedro says that one day I should just say "working for the man" at the end of the show.
Why?
I'll just be like, "What? You don't get it? Yeah, being a contractor." And then we'll just do the whole
I get it
show.
now.
Oh, and
Just
then
and
like
it's
the
it- and-
longest breath. That's basically
That's
a
funny.
Family Guy joke, like
Right?
like that.
just like the
Ah.
just drag
Yeah.
it on the whole show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or working for the man.
We're working for the man. We crap
Oh,
up. Don't
jeez.
really have too much. What?
Nothing.
What?
Just
Oh.
keep going.
Don't have really have too much. This is
I couldn't
the
see
spooky
Pedro's
special.
comment because I was looking at the YouTube Skype, and then I realized,
Yeah.
I had everyone
Guys have
on
an
the screen,
aggregator.
so I had to move it up and stuff like that. And then I
Oh,
actually
right.
just only had EJ in my view, and I'm
'Cause
like,
he's
I
the
don't
one
need
person
that.
that's on
Fortunate.
Twitch too.
yeah.
Yeah. So we will be taking calls today at some point. So if you would like to prepare for that, we are on Skype. It is called Mograph Calls, all one word. And the way that it works, you don't hit call and ring us because you will not get an answer. I have the things on silent for that. And so what you do is you just send us a little note and say that you would like to give us your client horror story. Or just say hi. It doesn't have to be client horror story. We'd love for you to call in and say Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. It doesn't matter.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
That's what EJ would say. Happy
Ah.
Halloween.
It's
Hey.
happy.
Beers. Beer jokes.
Yeah. And so Mograph calls, hit us up, and we'll chat. And just y'all remember, I'm gonna queue them up ahead of time, and we have to summon them. So when you see them appear on Skype, they're not really here yet. It's the magic of production. So I will say the only note that I have for this week is that we have a new article out. It's called "It's Good to Be King." It's on Clash Royale, which is one of those apps that you see advertisements for where the graphics look really cool, and then you get the app in the game, and it's just doesn't look anything like that.
Oh, yeah.
But these are like beautiful characters. So check that out. That's really all I have. And our topics for today in my notes literally say whatevs. So
In the notes, it just says, ask
Whatever.
Ariew a question, and then
Right.
let him talk for half an hour.
works for me.
I apologize in advance for my absolutely garbage audio, by the way. My Yeti just bricked.
Yeah, man. It's all
There it
right.
is.
It's all right.
I'm telling you, all my Yetis are just decoration.
Planned
That's all they are.
obsolescence. That's
I
that's
have.
I
the
got an
thing
extra
with-
one for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure we got extra ones now too. Yeah,
Yeah.
XLR is the way to go. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about maybe some of the things that we weren't able to talk about last time. I had to, cut it a little short and have a baby.
Lame.
Jerk.
Gosh.
So
Priorities.
selfish.
There's some great Octane stuff coming up, I know, and we're gonna have Jules on the Monday after
Jules was on
Thanksgiving.
the Apple thing. He was like,
Yeah,
oh,
let's
man,
talk about
he was
there
on the
being
Star-
four of him.
Star Trek, Star Enterprise ship.
Right.
Start Enterprise
The-
ship.
That's exactly. You really know your Star Wars.
I know my Star Wars.
is that like the Death Star or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Jeremy says, did the cat eat your cable again? That could be some.
Oh,
problem.
yeah.
Tried to cable and it's still broken.
Have the
So-
cats been eating the cables as much, or they
No,
over
just
that?
one time. I think he learned his lesson.
Yeah.
After I whooped his ass.
Yeah.
Christmas
Something
vacation
digestive
gnawed
back.
on it and exploded.
Say,
So somebody asked a question this week on one of our posts. It was about Unreal, and they were asking, why would I want to use Unreal to do motion graphics? Like what? Not in like
Windbush is gonna bust down the door and beat some faces.
right. And
Carrying 4 kegs all at once.
Yes.
Yeah. Now
it
for
was
me, I told that person, a lot of people want to be able to have access to stuff that's real time. Now, we were talking to Barton the other day, and he was like, I think the real time is just going to come to us. And we're like, yeah, I think so. Look at Brigade and all the things. So
that's true.
yeah.
So Unreal does have a lot of features that make it really easy to like art direct, like all the scatter tools and like there are like settings where you can have it change the roughness maps of all the materials at once. For instance, if like a rain, if like a storm comes in, and it starts raining, all the materials change at once. That's the kind of stuff you don't get access to in like standard Cinema 4D or like other 3D packages. So it's a different.
I
way
could
of
see that
thinking.
being helpful, especially like for video game engines and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but also if you're just making your own short film, like how like convenient is that?
Yeah.
But yeah, you should send this person you were just mentioning the irradiation process. I just sent that link.
Yeah.
It's like the best like visual essay on why you should jump into Unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could not.
Also,
believe
I
that
feel
that
like
was...
with so much of these, and I always give Windbush crap about it, like all these cool things, like they're not easy to do. Like there's some friction for a lot of this stuff. And I think that's why Bart said, like, this stuff will come to us. Even getting your assets prepared to export to Unreal, like that's a whole thing,
Yep.
Translating your shaders. But yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying was like,
start now, you'll be like very prepped for the future.
Yeah.
I should take my own
Unreal
advice.
5 looks awesome.
The thing also is that Unreal has like tons of stuff to offer, like almost for free.
Right.
So imagine using Blender or something that's free, but then you've also got a whole bunch of like additional software that comes with it, like what is it, Mixer or whatever? That's like
Mixer,
that
like,
thing's awesome, man. That's so cool. Yeah, and then all the stuff that just like tons and tons of plugins and free packs and free everything. There's a lot. They've got a lot to offer because they've got so much money.
Right. Yeah.
It didn't Apple just give a crap ton of money too? They announced their
did they?
Epic
I
grant.
think they did, yeah.
Well, I saw EJ. Did I see you posted a tweet this week that you were in Blender or something?
Oh no.
No, no.
No.
No,
Don't put
no,
that
no,
juju
no,
on
no,
me,
no,
Ricky
no.
Bobby.
Don't put.
No, I don't know what you read. I
Did
think
you post it? It was a picture. Maybe you were just looking at a screenshot and you posted the screenshot. It was just something having to do with.
He was probably looking at the new R25 layout and being like, this is very similar to Blender.
Yeah, I mean, in my what the hell presentation was it? NAB presentation or no? My school
No, it
motion
was the
tutorial.
Yeah.
I did like, this looks oddly familiar, and then I show a screen grab of Blender. I mean, it does look very similar.
Oh,
It is
that's
weird
what it
though
was.
because who on this panel, who in the spooky panel has spent some time in R25?
No.
Like we're talking like a month or so. Okay, am I the only one?
It's not
Yeah.
installed yet on my computer.
Okay.
It's not
Well,
on,
I was-
not on purpose. I just haven't been able to get to it yet.
Yeah, every client that I'm working with right now is still on R23.
EJ,
So-
you're the only one who
Sure,
actually
that'll
teach
be
the new
a while.
features, so you have like a
Yeah.
reason to.
Well,
upgrade.
David,
Yeah.
the scatter tools is exactly like the scatter tools you just mentioned in Unreal. So I mean,
Yeah, except
for a
that
kit bash person, like
I think that Unreal it can handle just like the millions of instances
Oh,
much better. So like
sure.
it depends on what you're making. If you're making like a cute small scene, then yeah, C4D and all the scatter tools is great. But if you're trying to make like big worlds, for, like feature film looking stuff, then
Yeah.
it's harder. Yeah.
I mean, even with that's the thing with Unreal though, is that it's optimized. You know, like you're not throwing a kit bash high poly thing into Unreal and thinking it's gonna smoothly run either, right? Like all that stuff has to be optimized.
With Nanite, well, like with
Yeah.
you know, the new
Nanite,
Nanite, there's a setting in Quixel Bridge where it's just like you select Nanite and bring it in, and then it adapts to the resolution. So like, you know, it can have millions and billions of polys, except that it's just based on, you know, levels of detail and how close you get to it. So
I gotcha.
That's the advantage. And, you know, I have problems still with Cinema's viewport right now. And I would like to see like this particular project I'm working on right now, how it does in like 24 and 25. It's just, I have been unable to upgrade. And my issue was with something where I had like a ton of instances, right? Like, I don't know, 288 instances of something. And I'm always surprised how fast the viewport starts to choke on just like regular...
It doesn't take that many instances. Yeah.
And it just like regular instances. So you would say, oh, the solution is that you go to multi-instancing. Yeah, multi-instancing is like butter. Here's the problem. I'm working in Octane. So can't use that, right?
Is multi-instances like better than render instances in theory? Yeah.
It's
as long as it's not animating, right?
Well, I don't know the comparison inside the viewport or inside your render itself, but I do know like if you have instances and it's very laggy, you go to render instances, it's going to be a little bit better. You go to multi-instance, it's butter. And
really?
I wish that there was an option. You know how you have the traffic lights, you've got the view. This is what happens in the viewport. This is what happens in the render, right? And you have the traffic lights. I wish that there was an option on all of this cloner stuff to say viewport multi-instance, but then, you know, IPR switch over to render instance.
Gotcha.
So it will render correctly.
That would be really cool.
That would be cool.
Why is that just not an option right off the bat? Because that would save me so much. I had to go in and make like a very special like proxy, you know, user data espresso rig where I can turn off all of these on and off so that I can like switch it to one mode, fix something, make sure it looks good in the viewport, and then switch back over to render. But man, that would be, of course, again, 23 here, you know, it's hard for me to complain when maybe it's fixed.
You should hit up like Max on Rick. That's an awesome feature request to be able to have that. Like we have that for, you know, subdivision surface, like the viewport and render version. I'm surprised that's not a thing, but that's even like part of the frustration with, you know, why no one's on R25. It's like no one really needs and I'm part of the beta. Like no one really needs, like really knows what the end goal is. Like, are we gonna be able to have like as fast as Unreal in our viewport, like where millions of clones of like a very high poly kit bash model is gonna run smooth as butter, just like the multi instance thing? Like I don't, and even the node stuff, like I don't feel like we know. Like the capsules is like, okay, I feel like capsules is the first thing that they've released, and it's actually usable to a point where it's like, okay, this is the promise of capsules and this new way to build stuff with this node workflow, is that you can have things like parametric axis changing and parametric procedural greeble and procedural modeling and all that kind of stuff, which is why I think everyone loves Houdini so much, is because like everything's parametric, right? So the one thing I will say is that I feel I'm one of the rare people who have spent a lot of time in R25 because I've been doing this training series for Cineversity, which everyone should check out. Build your own crab.
Nice.
But one thing I found out is like there's some cool stuff, and when I do go back to like S24 or something like that, I am realizing like how far I'm going to get certain tools, and it's like, wow, it's so much nicer to have all these tools right here, and it's cool to have like the filter search when I'm searching for tags and stuff like that. But man, there are some things that like I was trying to do some sculpting and just trying to choose the draw tool, it would crash every time. So like sculpting was completely unusable. So like for that specific project, I could not use R25. So and there's other weird things, like it looks like they just like ran out of time making some of the icons. Because there's so many options that have no icons, and it's just very yeah. Weird. If you're in R25, like you'll see in some drop downs, like there's just no icons. They just ran out of time. I don't know what happened.
Are these new features that don't have icons, or are they things that
they're like
have icons but no longer have icons?
No, I think they just ran out of time, and they just we don't have any icons for those yet. We're just gonna add the icons in S26 or whatever.
Well, it's the labor shortage. The icon developers.
Well, the chips manufacturing, the shortage of chips.
I feel like, again, like Barton said, it's going to come to us. Like it's not that I won't open Unreal 5 and mess with it and try and do some stuff with it, but like I really don't want to leave my comfortable ecosystem for something like that.
It's just relearning the way you work in the middle of a like I have the luxury of learning all this stuff because, like I said, I'm doing a training series. I work for an education company. So it's not like I'm like, oh crap. Like if I had that client project and I was on R25 and it was unusable, and like, what if I just couldn't roll back to S24? Like, I don't even know, how's that work? Like, as a subscriber, do you have access to older versions that you can download or what? Like if I
know that
just
you can download, I know that I keep all my versions, and then I just have to sign in.
Or no, you can always go to Maxon's site and download a previous version. I just did that the other day.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I always wondered about that, like how far back it goes and all that kind of stuff.
But now it's the RT wars, right? Like now we've got Unreal, we got Brigade, we've got Redshift RT.
21. 21 is as far back as you can download.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Just fine.
Is that through the Maxon One app, or is that
no? That's on the website.
Okay.
So where do you think that the RT wars are going to go? Do you think Brigade and Redshift RT are going to be real time?
I'm interested to see. Like, I mean, I haven't messed with Redshift RT yet, but I mean, the biggest thing for me when I like tried out Unreal is the aliasing. Like that 100% has to be taken care of before I will even use any sort of real time. Well,
here's the question though. How did Sava like do his amazing short? How is there like the rebirth short and all of these things that look so good? There's got to be some wizardry that you can do to get around that. Whether it's like rendering in 4K, like maybe you just need to render it in 4K. And like, oh no, it's 1 frame per second. I'm so sad.
Yeah. Well, there's settings for that you can crank up when you get to the render section too. And I'm wondering, maybe it wasn't a real time render. Maybe it was like a 2 second a frame render or something.
Does Winbush cover that kind of stuff in his course?
He covers the render settings. Yeah, for sure.
So I mean, you can set it for cinematic or whatever. In there, but I still have run into aliasing issues, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing in my very little experience, for those two, I don't know, to get rid of that.
I bet though, if you rendered 4K and then scaled it down to HD,
I want to say I tried that. But I don't know.
Well, wasn't that the trick for the, like, you could render out of the C4D viewport using the viewport, stuff. Yeah. It was, rendering at 4K or whatever. And
yeah, Jeff says we need Winbush in here. Maybe he'll call
in. If he shows up, we'll have him.
Everyone say what up, what up. Look in the mirror and say what up, what up.
Yeah, what up, 3 times.
What up.
Rev says it's in the course.
Nice. Everyone pick up the course.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, I think
the biggest thing with like any of these real-time ones is, even if there is aliasing issues, as long as it's 1-to-1 for the most part, like, I'm working in Brigade and it's good and stuff like that, and I'm able to switch over to the main renderer, like path tracing or something like that, and then I get a slightly better look. Like, being able to work in real time, that is awesome. Like, that's a game changer right there. Because I mean, it's basically a huge jump from when we were just starting GPU rendering. you know, being able to see things live and see changes on the fly and stuff like that.
Yep.
You know, and then who cares? We know that there's always going to be rendering, you know,
Yeah.
because
Yeah, but-
eventually what's going to happen is, even though the real time stuff is real time, you know, it's going to be like, okay, well, now I'm rendering 30 frames a second doing what I was previously, or 30 frames a second, what I was doing previously. Well, let me throw some more stuff at it that I wouldn't normally do.
Right.
Okay, well, now it goes down to 2 frames a second. That's still pretty
2
good.
seconds,
All
yeah.
right, let me throw some more shit at it, you know. Oh, now we're back to like a minute a frame, which
But
is
for
okay.
me, the problem
you
really
know?
comes because in the end, you're still having to do a render, and it's
Yeah.
still okay. So it goes out 2 seconds a frame. Okay, if you had something going that was like 30 seconds a frame, is it really worth learning an entire Unreal Engine? Because I've been working a little
No,
bit
not in
with
that
that.
instance, yeah.
I mean, Jeremy and I, we were driving ourselves nuts trying to figure out how we could set a keyframe for something we were working on, and we're just like, this is not intuitive enough. The production aspect of it, where it looks like an NLE, and you know it looks
Yeah, I
like
love that
editing, and you
stuff.
can scroll through it, like, but that part of it is great. But like doing actual animation in it and being an artist in it, I just don't feel.
Yeah. I'd say
Isn't
it's better
there-
for designing environments than it is for like doing animation.
Yeah.
Right.
Like using all the mega scans, like that's
Yeah.
amazing. Like
Yeah,
building
it's
that
the
stuff.
best mega scans.
Like at the end of the day, people make games with it, right? It's not. I mean, people are finding ways to use it for a motion graphics tool.
Yeah, it's still
It's
still
not a motion
usable. It's still
graphics
usable.
tool.
Yeah.
It is
But even
like,
camera animation, I heard camera animation's kind of a pain in
oh really?
Unreal as well, because you have to think of it like you almost have. I think this Winbush isn't here, so he can't say it wrong.
Yeah.
So just assume I'm right. He was
He'll
saying
show
that
up
to
and
animate.
correct all of us. by the
Right.
end of
Yeah.
the show.
He was saying to animate a camera, it's almost like you have to perform that camera move, like almost like you're playing a game. It's not
Jeez.
like you keyframe it really. It's like you have to like move the joystick and move the camera or something like that. It wasn't as like straightforward as keyframes, you know, in Cinema 4D.
But there are keyframes you can mess with there, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but I think specifically for cameras, there was some weird thing where it's like it's almost like a first-person shooter where you got to move the
You
camera.
have to
look
move the
through
camera
it.
using WSAD or WASD or something. Because
Yeah.
I know in
Right. Yeah,
Blender
I don't
you
know.
had to do that. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's still that way, but I know a lot of people, the few tutorials I've looked at, I'm like, how do I just like, you know, move a camera, set the camera where my viewport is right now,
there's gotta be
you know?
just
And they're
use
like,
the
oh
keyframe.
yeah, you just use WSAD in
Yeah,
order to
there's
move it.
got-
And I was like,
yeah.
what?
No, the
Like,
problem
if
is
you look at the pro shorts, like Sava's short, like there's no way he was using like
Right.
janky WSAD. Like,
Yeah.
You know?
yeah, but
Like they're
was
buttery smooth and cinematic. Like I feel like we need to define this as a tool for like potentially people wanting to make their own short films versus
Right.
people doing like more traditional motion design, like 3D motion
Mhm.
design work. You know?
Yeah.
the problem we were running into had to do with the fact that there were no keyframes on what we were working on, but it was still moving. And then we realized, oh well, there's Blueprint going on in here as well, and Blueprint was controlling something, and it was there's just a lot more layers. I know you can keyframe, you know, like Sage said, you can keyframe a camera, but there are some other weird things involved. And I'm sure if you are an
Not as
Unreal person,
intuitive,
it's
yeah.
fine. But like, do you want to go to something that's not intuitive? Is it worth doing and learning,
That's
or do you just wait for Brigade? Like,
that's the thing. It's like, and that was my whole part. Like area, like you do a lot of landscape stuff, but at the end of the
Yeah.
day, you know Octane in and out, and you're invested in that.
Yeah.
And is it really worth you taking however amount of time to learn a whole new app when, like,
Yeah.
you know, cross your fingers, a year from now,
right?
Brigade's out, you don't have to change
Right.
workflow at all. You flip
Yeah,
a
and-
switch, you
Yeah.
work
That's-
exactly
that's
like
the
you did.
ideal version, but yeah, it's like it's hard for me to know without actually jumping in, watching a bunch of tutorials, whether it's worth
Yeah.
that switch. But it's research that I need to do because
Sure.
I'm seeing people, you know, jumping into Unreal and making incredible stuff. Just a few people, not tons, but like it's enough to like be like, okay. And I know that this is also like something that'll prep you for the future. Like everybody's going to be using this tool in the future. It's not going away. So, you know, it makes sense to get it under your belt. It's not as if I'm going to like switch from Octane and C4D to Unreal completely, but it's like another really good tool to use.
Yeah.
What were you talking about?
Oh, I was
Oh, were
laughing
you-
at
Jags?
Jags says I jump in, and the first thing I hear is wait
Wait
for brigade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what do
Well,
you
the one
think
thing
though?
I was going to bring up. Oh, sorry.
Do you
The one thing
think
I wanted to bring up was.
is
the-
it?
God damn it.
I would. No, go ahead. Go ahead. I was
the
just
one-
gonna say-
Can't you render using Octane in Unreal?
Yeah, but
Yes.
why
Like,
would?
can't that?
Yeah,
doesn't
but
that
why
get
would
rid
you?
of the aliasing thing?
Yeah, but why would you?
But it's gonna.
The thing is, there's
It's gonna
no.
take a long
there's-
time
It's gonna
to.
take a long
It's
time.
going to take the same amount of time that it will in.
And also,
in
you have to
C4D.
retexture everything for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Would you? No,
Yeah.
because
I don't know.
if you no,
No.
you export it out as an
An
Orbix, and then Unreal can actually read all those Orbix files,
Oh, really?
and you can change. I believe you can. Don't quote me on it, but I'm almost 100% sure that's the case.
Yeah.
So-
I'm
Jeff,
pretty sure. I feel like porting an Octane scene over, you would have to. I just think you'd have to retexture everything. I don't know. Let's
Unless it
ask.
has to
If
do
it's
with
already
USD.
textured in Octane, I believe
Or
you
not
can
USD,
just bring it over in
Oh, I
Universal
see what you're
textures.
saying. I see what you're saying. If you
Oh.
texture
Yeah.
an Octane. Right.
Yeah.
But if it's like an Unreal scene that you've built and pulled in all the Megascans
Hmm.
assets in Unreal, and then you want to render it in Octane, you'll
Yes.
have to like rejigger it for Octane.
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't translate to universal
No.
textures somehow or
No.
universal materials. No.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it. My question though is like, like the link you sent, David, as an example, was all of that done? I don't. I know I watched the breakdown, but I don't remember now.
Yeah.
Was a lot of this animation and stuff done in another program and then brought into Unreal?
Well,
just
it
to,
was
like, set up-
motion. Most of it was motion capture and then cleaned up, probably in 3ds Max, which is so. Yeah, it's not as if you're only using Unreal,
Mhm.
but
Right.
the majority of the work is done there. Like that's where you're exploring, finding the angles that you want to use, like being that cinematographer in Unreal.
Mhm.
And that's like to him, that was an absolutely freeing process. Over like it's not as if he hadn't been using GPU renderers already. He was deep into Octane, and then he was into Redshift for a couple of years, and Unreal was like a game changer for him. So yeah, I would just say
Yeah.
like just watch that video if you want someone to convince you to try out Unreal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good to learn all of these things, or at least download it, mess around with it, kind of have an understanding of what
Yeah,
it
the
could
thing is-
potentially do.
Absolutely,
If
and
you
it
needed
could be that like you start jumping into something and you're like, okay, this feels good. This is nice. Like this is where I'm gonna go. And other times you may just maybe like, no, Marvelous Designer is way too hard to understand.
Was that coming
That's-
from your own
That's
experience?
me. That's me. Good lord.
That's you.
Yeah.
Did you really try? You couldn't wrap your head around because that's
I
yet another thing I want to learn.
I understood it. My issue, like one of the things I couldn't figure out, how do you reset something to origin? There was no field to put in any sort of numbers for position, rotation, and scale. If something got moved, it was moved. Too late. You can't fix it. I'm like, this can't be the fact. This can't be. And I started looking, and nobody had an answer. And then
Marvelous
my
designer class coming to Mograph.com
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem is that when you go look at a tutorial, every version is different. Like every tutorial I see looks different than what is in front of me. That's how it was 2 years ago when I tried it anyway.
Yeah.
But
Almost every tutorial like skims over like here's a really nicely made thing, but here's like the crappy version that's like
Right.
4 sheets and you stitch them and like it looks like your character's wearing a garbage bag. But it's
2
like there's
sheets
the
at least.
basics.
3
you know.
sheets.
I was thinking like who would
3 sheets.
actually be a good artist to teach a Marvelous Designer course? Like Travis Davids is probably the biggest expert on it that I can think of, but like there aren't a lot of people that are experts at Marvelous Designer. There's a lot of people that know how to bring in a character, throw over a sheet over them like a cloak, and then you got the cool fabric movement
Tweak it.
with the character. But there's not a ton of people that know how to design like intricate clothing in Marvelous
Right.
Designer.
Mhm.
And that's the kind of thing you'd want is like more of a deep dive, like than just like, oh, I made
Yeah.
a ghost,
Yeah. Yeah, there's such an art to it. I feel like if somebody were that person where they can just design anything, they're gonna be so in demand. They're gonna be banking, and not just in motion graphics either. That's the thing. I'm sure Marvelous Designer is used for a ton of different stuff.
Yeah, one of the first people I saw using Marvelous Designer in like Mograph was Cabeza Patata. Let me get the link.
Cabeza
But they
Patata.
they started using it, and they make
Potato
like
Head?
pretty dope looking stuff. Here's the link. And their characters almost look like stop motiony kind of characters. But this was the studio like years ago that did a Spotify ad with these like cartoony characters wearing really cool, awesomely designed outfits. And I think that just kind of exploded from that point on. And so the duo is husband-wife duo, and the woman that is what is their names? I forget their names, but it's the one guy is like used to work at all these big studios in London, and the woman, she like worked in textiles and like pattern, like, so she's like an awesome illustrator, so she'll like design the patterns on the clothing, and they're just such an awesome
This is
duo.
nice.
Um,
Cool.
James Ramirez and Neil both just said that Steffi Fung has been deep into Marvelous, and yeah, here I'll post a link to her Twitter here.
Look at that. We said his name 3 times and he showed up.
See,
Oh,
I texted him.
Ah, there he
I
is.
tweeted him.
Oh, you
Oh.
did?
Yeah,
It's funny.
He
'Cause
said,
he
"We got
wasn't listening
questions,
to our
we need
chants."
answers."
Yeah.
so Katie Menzies and Abel Reverter are the two artists that work for Cabeza, and they do like actual characters in real life. They'll like build them with crafts and stuff. It's like super cool. But yeah, they were the first person that I think they did a whole breakdown of how they did it on Motionographer, and like since then it just kind of exploded all the Marvelous designer stuff.
So what is
Yeah,
the
they were
rest-
also the first people to call out crypto art as a pyramid scheme, though.
This
Oh.
pyramid scheme, and I think they
Yeah.
stand by that.
Yeah.
I think they might have unfollowed me because I did an NFT.
Oh, really?
Jeez.
You've
Yeah.
been
Oh,
blacklisted.
NFT news. Should we?
Oh, you gotta wait
No,
for
we'll
this
go
drop.
over to the drop. You gotta wait for
the
that.
drop. Okay.
Don't-
All right.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Tease. I got some
Remember, put a
big
pin in it.
NFT news.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Good. We won't go too long today. It's
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
too much going on right now. I would love a short show because
All right.
got to finish this course, which means only 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
That is
Good.
The regular 4.
What are y'all doing the rest of the year? What you got going on? What's besides NFT? We'll get to NFT, but
Got a Halloween party on the 30th. If anybody's in Colorado and wants to come, hit me up. Like,
Nice.
just send me a DM, and I will send you the invite.
I like your invite.
Oh,
That's
thanks.
a dope invite.
Chelsea made it.
Mhm.
Yeah. 'cause
Yeah,
she's
it's
dope.
pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
She-
really cool.
yeah. She did the Daz. That's actually, I think, completely rendered in Daz. She's been doing that for some stuff, which boggles my mind because it's the most unintuitive program known to man.
Oh, EJ, you got a Marvelous tutorial here?
Yeah, it's something
Nice,
that
nice.
Jeff posted. She did some tutorials for flip normals,
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
and I
Okay,
even had
cool.
like
I
I
got
have
it here.
a tutorial on my YouTube that is like a very basic intro to Marvelous.
Best
done
Marvelous
by-
designer training. I like how it's
Yeah, I mean it's
labeled
got to
as
be the
such.
best, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the best. That's how, because
The
you know that
best.
that's what people are going to type into Google. They're going to say best Marvelous designer tutorial. Yeah, this is this
Not the
looks pretty
worst.
good.
No one searched for the worst.
Yeah, I should just do a Google search for the worst.
Worst Marvelous.
See, this
But
is
the one
where
I just posted.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, this is where it gets super confusing to me, and because it's literally UV unwraps when it comes down to it, is the pattern for the clothing, right? Like this is the pattern, and I have no idea like this is where I'm like, I don't know if I want to go down that road. I don't know if I want to learn all of this stuff. That's where it gets me. It's like I don't want to learn anymore. I'm old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
All your
Yeah.
characters look like Dobby.
Just a
It's
map
bad
set.
though. We gotta like
Funny.
battle that resistance to learning, because otherwise the kids are gonna Turker Jerbs.
You're gonna Turker Jerb.
Yeah,
well, the problem with UVs is
I
that
agree.
it's like the whole Unreal thing, where it's like it's so freaking convoluted, especially in cinema. Like, it's not easy. There's a whole process to it, and there's just, I mean, it's not like there's a one-click solution that works for everything. You know what I mean? So even like the I'm trying to remember, like,
Oh, so you have a workflow tutorial.
so this is for like using the bendy limbs. So there is a workflow as far as getting animated characters out of Cinema 4D.
Mhm.
You basically have to, like, the trick is, like, if you have an animated character, and this is what this tutorial kind of, again, it's like you have a like a potato bag over
Yeah.
your character, but like you have to start with the T. So you have to start with a T pose, and then from that T pose animate into whatever animation you're doing, because the T pose is where you have
T
to.
pose will be that's where you put the clothes on. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yep. So that's like the tricky part, and that's one of the gotchas for a lot of people.
Look at this guy.
Sarah, this is how clothing is made, guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
if you're a clothing designer, you're literally like doing UV unwrapping in real life.
Yeah.
Huh.
Just go get some of those old patterns, you know, from back in the day that came in the little package.
Oh yeah.
Was
So
my
do
mom the only one who did that?
No, I know what you're talking about. The little paper cutout thingies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
The UV thing, I think, can't you just do all the UVs in Marvelous? So it's not like you have to worry about the UVs in.
The question
Because
is, why is
Marvelous is where you make the whole
idea,
thing. So you make your character naked and then bring them in and put the clothes on. So I think it's already like, I think they have automatic UV stuff where you can put, like, you know, the zipper, whatever the hells, and all the little details. The Camp Mograph logo.
Yeah.
Why is EJ such a giant compared to today? It's because of the distance. That's funny. I love that.
I have no idea.
That actually works better
there we go.
compared to the
It's
set.
like he's the tiny head.
You're like
from,
you're on his shoulder. You're his little shoulder angel
Yeah.
or shoulder.
You gotta whisper in his ear, like, "Do it. Nobody will know. Nobody will ever know. Kill them.
Hide the body.
And then Max on the other side, "Don't do it." Anyway, we're gonna have another show for Christmas. We usually do the holiday one.
Oh yeah,
that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. We'll talk about what we think is coming up next year. But
I love that EJ and I just get invited to the bullshit shows. For
but those are the fun ones.
Those are the fun ones.
Those are the ones where we drink sometimes.
That's true. That's true. Sometimes.
Except usually I'm the only one drinking.
Oh,
it's
that
really
reminds me. I need to order some pumpkin beers for the party.
Pumpkin beers. I've never had.
Let's get a whole
beer.
keg of pumpkin beer.
At the first Sam Mograph, EJ and I had that beer tasting, and were you not there for that, or because we bought a bunch of beers? Yeah. Okay.
I might have been drinking too much out of the keg at that point. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense. Pumpkin and Warlock are my favorite. They're both by Southern.
Get the Pumpkin Yeti from Great Divide, which is like right down the street from you now.
Oh yeah. Oh cool.
It'll knock you on your ass. It's 9%.
Nice. That sounds great.
Wow.
Love me a 9%.
It'll get you drunk. It's like eating an entire fermented pumpkin in one can.
I got one of those sitting in the backyard.
Just eat it.
Real quick, EJ, what's a good beer store here? Like, because I went to Bubbles and I couldn't find anything.
Bubbles? Where's Bubbles?
It's just the only like liquor store in Castle Rock, but
I mean, there's good ones in Denver.
Yeah,
Send
me a link. Yeah.
I gotta say the ones I sent you, EJ, these Colorado sour beers I was drinking were pretty good.
Jags, goddamn it! Not all beer is Budweiser.
Have a sour beer, Jags.
That is like the most ignorant beer comment ever. All beer is Budweiser.
Well,
have you tried? That's not even beer.
The metaphor is
That's
like, why
funny.
don't you just right-click and save as for NFT?
Right, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So right-click,
That's
save
hilarious.
as, Jags.
That's
You
a good
ignorant
comparison.
Oh my gosh.
Ignorant piece of.
He's
You ignorant
goddamn son of a
Dumb.
bitch.
Okay, it's been 45 minutes and I already have to pee. Probably because
right.
I drank all of this Monster. I'm gonna count on y'all to hold up,
I'm on
hold up the
I am
fort while I
on-
go pee.
Day 8 of no caffeine.
Mm.
Like, and if you listen to last week's episode, you could totally tell. Like, I looked at my audio waveform after the show because that was day 1 of no caffeine.
Wait,
It was
no.
like nothing for most of it. I was so quiet the whole show because I was so tired. But yeah, it hasn't. Anyway, so yeah, Budweiser.
Budweiser.
You know, I'm jealous of all you guys because, you know, I stopped drinking. Oh, actually, it's October. What is this? This May marks 14 years of sobriety for me. Wow.
That's
13
awesome.
or 14. I think it's 13 or 14. I think it's 14. Yeah,
Actually,
14 years of sobriety.
Matt, I found a good non-alcoholic
Non-alcoholic.
brewery.
Alcoholic.
No.
I'm drunk right now.
Seriously, I do. It's Monday. It's called Athletic Brewing, and they actually do like different styles of non-alcoholic beer. So you got your stouts, they got like Oktoberfest, they got
That's
hazy
cool.
IPAs, they got like they got like, you know, pumpkin beers, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it tastes a lot better than O'Doul's, but you know.
Yeah, I don't love O'Doul's. No, the Heineken Zero is very good.
Yeah,
It's
those are
very
pretty good.
Oh really?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
All right.
I have been following a company that does non-alcoholic like liquor, like
Mhm.
you know, hard drinks and stuff like that. I would be very interested to try it, but you know, it's impossible to find. Well, if you're not looking for it.
Oreo
If
beer.
only they
huh?
had an Oreo beer. There are a lot
Right.
of dessert beers.
They
like,
probably have an Oreo beer.
Yeah, somebody's
I
gonna
bet you
have it.
could
There's,
probably
like,
just
there's like peanut butter beers and pancake beers, and
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
had a macaroon beer.
One of my
just mix
favorites,
a shot of Jaeger with a Guinness and it tastes like a Dr. Pepper.
gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's true.
One of my favorites is this chocolate orange beer, also by Southern Tier, and that tastes like
Gross.
no. It's well, if you don't like the chocolate oranges, you know, like the ones you get around Christmas,
Right, I
then
don't.
you won't
I
like
won't.
it. But it
Yeah.
tastes like the liquefied version of that, and I love it.
I had a smoothie
Yeah.
sour that literally tasted like you had like a tropical
Wow.
mango fruit smoothie, and it was just like you couldn't even taste the alcohol. It was
That's always
like poured
dangerous.
thick. Like it was so good.
It's always so
Those are-
dangerous. Like the
I had to
the,
use a spoon.
The Angry Orchards are dangerous. Very
Thank
dangerous.
you, Orchard.
Yeah, they're just so appley and delicious, and they don't taste like
Tastes
alcohol.
like that's not beer. That's cider. Get out of here.
It is, but I
Yeah.
mean, it just
GTFO.
GTFO.
If
You
it's
know,
dark
you-
and brown, you're in Cider Town.
Cider Town. All right, that's it, Brain. You can stay, but I'm leaving. All right. So, the Angry Orchards, my drink of choice when I'm drinking the ciders is to have that and pour some Fireball in it because it tastes like Christmas, and that is dangerous
Gross.
because it tastes so good.
Because Dave loves Christmas and he loves drinking Christmas.
I do love drinking Christmas. Should we
Goldschlager and cider is a pretty good combo. Christmas in a
Just-
cup.
Ooh. And you get those flecks,
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Tastes
Yeah.
like kissing
Cinnamon
Santa
apple
Claus
cider.
right on the mouth.
Mhm.
All right, so should we take some client horror stories? I hope we
I
have
think so.
somebody that wants to call in.
I don't think we should do horror stories. We should just say hi to someone. Because I
Yeah.
remember last year
Well,
it
either
being
or.
very depressing.
That's true.
If you
yeah.
have a horror story, you can tell it.
If you
If
have a
not,
funny
Please
horror
come
story,
say Happy
if
Halloween.
it's depressing, don't do it.
one
Don't.
that doesn't trigger some bad memories again.
Right.
Right. I think the problem is you want it to be like a scary story for Halloween, but it ends up just being sad.
Right.
Yeah, true.
You want
Hey, I
it to
work
be
for
funny.
this client,
but
now I'm
it's just
bankrupt.
sad.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Who's gonna call in? Who we got? Who's in the chat right now? I know Jags could call in. Jags.
Yeah, let's get
Jags.
Jags
Yeah,
so I could
Would love for you
rate
to
him.
call in. Mograph calls on the Skypes. Who else? You could get Jeff, Rev. What Rev? Why don't you call in, dude?
Sarah. I'm in the
Sarah?
middle of my client horror story.
See, you gotta come
let
in
me
and tell
tell
us.
you, Sarah's got a new client horror story every week in the Slack, in the Discord.
Oh, that's funny.
Every week it's something new. It's very
Funny.
yeah.
Time to
And then
fire all your
Sarah
clients.
can tell Jags about how not everything is Budweiser.
Everything's Budweiser. Everything is great.
The NFT. I'm trying to think of the NFT artist horror stories. What are those going to look like? It's going to be like, and then I got all my ETH stolen, and then I got hacked.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, someone dropped a bid, and then I missed it, and they withdrew the bid, and now nobody's bidding. Never gonna sell a piece of art again.
Also, I did this Mechaverse project, and I found out I scammed a bunch of people. Oh.
Yeah. It was up to 9 ETH at one point, and now it's down to 1.4.
Honestly, shocking. Yeah, I mean, at least you got a free 1.4, but it's like shit, if you know, if you don't.
I mean, at this point, I just hold on to it. I just hold on to it until next year and hope that it's good. The thing
Those
is,
legendary ones look dope.
Yeah, they are. They're super dope. I mean, look at this. There's still sales every, 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's just, whatever.
Should I ride the bottom and pick one up or what?
Yeah.
Or I just don't want to get the one where it's like the only difference between it and like 50 others is a
Who
slight
cares?
color change.
The thing is, but who cares? I mean, actually in the Discord, they were talking about allowing people to change their backgrounds, which would be sweet.
Be cool.
How can you do that?
Theirs
just
is
burn it and
decentralized or something like that, so they can just update the image, I guess. Yeah.
All these people in the chat and nobody wants to call it. All y'all jump on Discord like in 2 seconds. But wait. Oh, here we go. We got somebody. Okay, cool. Cool. I know, Paul, you can't chat in the drop because we're not doing calls in the drop. But we would definitely like to talk to you now. So I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try and add him in. Just remember, we have to summon him. Let's see.
1-800 Mograph.
You should get
wonder
that
what that
number.
goes
That
to.
could actually work.
Oh, that's true.
I wonder who that actually goes to. That would be.
I'm gonna
funny.
call him right now.
Let's call 1-800 Mograph right now. Let's do it.
1-800
sex
MO
hotline or something, right?
GRA.
You like some good Mograph.
All right, here we go.
You like shiny balls?
Okay. Be quiet.
Oh my gosh, are you really?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
This call may be recorded for quality assurance.
It's probably
we have a
like.
special promotion today for select callers.
Oh.
If you are over 50, please press 1 now.
Sure, I'm over
Gotta
50.
do that.
That's funny. Paul, turn your video
Thank
on.
you for calling the Medical Alert Center. This is Jessica.
Ah! Medical Alert Center.
Oh gosh.
Oh shit!
They're like trying to go in and like find you now so they can get the paramedics to your house.
Oh no! You said you're over
Yeah.
50 too.
Yeah.
You could just say like,
I wasn't calling 911.
I'm over
I was
50.
just saying what 1-800 Mograph was.
Why would that be a medical alert center? That's
yeah,
so. I mean, I guess
1-800. What are the numbers?
1-800-588-2300.
Call 1-800 Mograph.
Six,
For medical alert
six.
stuff.
Let's summon our caller who's here. Here we go. I'm starting the music. By the power of
By the power of
Winkleman,
Winkleman.
we summon Paul.
I love
comes.
the wipe up transition. The wipe
Yeah.
up transition.
I have limited transitions available.
Yes.
Wow, that's
Hi,
loud.
Paul.
Let me turn that
Hey,
down.
I gotta make sure I'm in the center of the frame here.
Yeah.
there we
Oh, yeah.
go. How's it
See,
going?
you're a professional right there. That's a
Yeah.
professional.
That is
Yeah,
true.
Frame it up.
How you doing?
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm good. Good. How are you guys?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Do you have any
I didn't have
client
anything
horror
to talk about. I
stories?
just
Or?
wanted to say hi.
Yeah,
Well, that's
no, that's
good.
fine.
You don't
that's
either. We're just like, we're just shooting the shit.
That's true.
This is apparently what the show is now.
Yeah.
It's just the
Shooting
four
the
of us
shit.
shooting the shit.
Has it
Yeah,
ever
times
been
a
anything
year.
other than
horror
that?
Stories,
No.
That's true.
client horror story is
This is
just my
core.
job.
Yeah. I was gonna say, what horror stories can you have with your job? I mean, I could imagine
God.
that the deadlines the deadlines, especially coming down to like, last second events and
Yeah,
stuff
I
like
mean
that
that's all
could be pretty
broadcast
rough.
though, but yeah, it's especially tight in our area.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, 8 o'clock show and 7:30 changes sort of thing.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you do learn how to cut corners, so I
Yeah.
guess that's good.
Do y'all do so like when we had someone on the show one time who was talking about how when they worked in news they would create stuff and just like they'd get thrown away, Does that
I'd
ever
say
happen with you?
probably about 60% of what we make doesn't get aired.
Wow.
60% of the
They just have
time,
it-
it's
they
cut
have it
every
to
time.
call if they need it.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Is it and do they sometimes like spur of the moment like change things where they're like, okay, let's go to this, let's do that, let's use this, let's trash that, you
I
know?
mean, that's why we kind of build out, like everything we build out is every variation of it, that could, like if it's a tonight version or an up next version or whatever, we're building all the versions so
Yeah.
in the moment they could decide what they want to call.
Man, that's
It's a lot
hardcore.
of work, but
I can imagine the person running
the roof.
graphics has a hell of a
So,
time.
I think
doing that.
Paul's in the middle of transitioning to NFTs. He's
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
aren't we
Yeah.
all? I mean,
yeah,
that's the
totally.
goal.
Yeah, man.
Ooh,
Being
we're
aggressive.
trying.
Yeah.
How's the NFT scene going?
He's
It's going
got some
good.
dope robots.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Mhm.
Chill that shit.
I've cornered my niche in trying to follow Ryan Talbot as much as I can.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's the way for sure.
I love that guy.
Now you just got to
Yeah.
make
Me
a
too.
$170,000 sale and then you'll be
Yeah.
good, right?
If I ever made 170 in general, that would be great.
In
Look,
life.
just dollars, not
Yeah.
thousand.
Dollar
Cents
reduce.
at this point.
I
think
love,
170,000 cents.
I love Ryan's stuff. I got one of his
Oh, yeah.
prints now. I got to hang it up.
Yeah, he's good. I think
Yeah, it makes me jelly. He's been like learning all the rigging stuff. And I'm like, shit, that's exactly the kind of art that I want to make, but I don't feel like I've had the time recently for whatever reason.
Mhm.
And the substance stuff, too.
Yeah, substance
Yeah.
for sure. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my next thing. I have to get into substance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
I
worth
have
it?
it. I own it. I just gotta.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think we bought it a long time ago.
Is it
Dave
worth it
showed
to
it
do
off
the
and I thought it
whole?
was cool.
Is it the Adobe package? Do you think that's worth? How much more is it to have that in your Adobe package each
I think
month?
it's
Oh, I don't
completely
even
separate.
remember.
Yeah, I think it's
yeah,
separate.
I bought it separate.
It's
Is
an
it like
addi-
20 bucks?
Yeah, you can add it to your cloud package
Yeah.
Oh,
now.
really?
Yeah. I just didn't know if
Which
it was
is
worth it. It
completely
just I
different.
guess it depends on how into it you are.
Yeah.
But
For what I do, I think it would be extremely helpful.
Yeah.
mhm,
Adding where and all the little details of stuff.
Yeah.
for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
And
can
then
get
I'll
pretty
get that
far.
Ryan Talbot money
yeah.
because that's all you need, right? It's
That's all
just-
you need. Learn substance, then you get paid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Question mark, profit.
Profit.
Profit. Yeah.
Yeah.
LFG.
Yeah.
LFG.
LFG.
all that
GM,
acronym.
GN.
So
Oh,
I
yeah.
actually had a question. I
Flag
know
me.
it's kind of more
Bud.
NFT related, but
Bud.
I don't want to get into that. But how is everyone dealing with taxes this year? With
Don't talk about it.
Oh,
All right.
That's the real. That's
Paying
the
a
real
lot of money.
story.
It's
oh my
terrifying.
gosh. Taxes has been, yeah, that is the scary story of the day right there.
There you
Taxes.
Yeah, there you go.
I will
that's
tell you
my
what.
story.
So like, when I was estimating what I wanted, anyway, with the Beeple sale, that I did, I put a certain amount towards taxes. Well, I had some things come up, our dog got sick, had to go to the hospital. I ended up spending like $6,000 of my tax money, right? But then I was like, oh, I'll just throw this money into an investment account, blah, 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 and then I pulled it out before it had been a year. So it's like, fuck, now I got to pay the money off of the money that I made off of that. And then,
Mm.
and then, and I've bought and sold so many NFTs,
Yep.
just like
Well,
flipping
if you
them
sell
and
them-
like
if you
collecting
sell for
them.
a loss, you can write that off. So one of my strategies is before the end of the year, I'm going to try to sell a bunch of them for not intentionally for less than I bought them for, but a lot of them have appreciated. So I'll try and sell them to prove
Yeah,
that
I'll
they've
take a
appreciated.
$1,000 loss on my Adam Priester, one that I got. That freaking one. He's such a talented artist. I don't know why that's
yes.
it. Anyway,
No, I don't.
but
But yeah,
like,
there's also a course that I found from someone called Crypto Tax Girl, and she like it's not NFTs specifically, but all the principles are the same. Like you can just think of NFTs as like an altcoin. So if you buy it at some value and sell it for another value. The hard thing though is that I bought a ton of NFTs from friends that have since dipped from the NFT space, and it's like, well, I'll never be able to sell this. What do I do? That's just like so. But yeah, I'm just gonna at this point probably hire a CPA or somebody that's like, there are NFT tax specific people out there. They're hard to find, but we had a Skype call with one of them. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that is the most terrifying thing in my life right now is prospecting taxes.
I mean, I just want to track all the stupid gas fees that I've been paying because, like, I feel like that alone, once you deduct that, like, if you can, like, that's so much money.
It seems like it should be.
But it's like valued at, like, I don't know how you value what you pay in taxes in Ethereum or Tezos, whatever you're using. You know what I mean?
So like in the Crypto Tax Girl thing, there's software that she directs you to that calculates all that stuff. You just pipe it through your MetaMask, all the different wallets you have, and it'll calculate all that based on the value of Ethereum at that time. It'll track that as well. And then, all the gas fees are write-offs. Like it can easily see that. There's actually a site right now that you can go to and just like type in your wallet or enter your wallet, and it'll tell you how much gas you've spent. I think for me, it's something like 10 or 15 ETH or something.
It also steal all your money too. Just
right.
Phrase in there.
Yeah, just go to it. Trust me, it's not it's phrase.
The thing is, like, as far as taxes goes, like if you're selling stuff, you got to be putting away for taxes because that's all just counted as income.
Because I always thought, probably naively, that none of it mattered until you turned it into cash or fiat money or whatever they call it.
I think if you exchange it from one thing to another, that is technically a taxable thing. Yeah.
Isn't there some like rich people loophole we can use?
Right.
That's what I'm wondering.
Well, the only place that legit I would think would track it is like if you bought crypto on Robinhood or whatever, but like Coinbase, I feel like is the legit place where they would send you a whatever
will.
Tax form or whatever. But like MetaMask is not sending you shit.
No.
Like none of these super rare is not sending you a tax form. Like
the question is whether or not the IRS is going to be able to see your MetaMask wallet or whatever and be able to track you with it.
Well,
and then one other thing is you don't want to, like, if you have some really valuable NFTs like an ape or a Beeple or something, like it could be good to just hold on to that till next year. Before selling it.
If you buy something, like if you buy something and hold on to it for over a year and then sell it, it is considered it's then taxed at capital gains, which is only 15%, no matter how much you make. Right. Yeah. So if you make $500,000, you're not going to be taxed at 34% off of that one thing. You'll be taxed at capital gains, which is 15.
Right. Not financial advice.
That's how.
Right.
NFA.
Mograph does not. Void where prohibited.
But I mean, at least that's what my brother, who is an accountant, has told me, and he tells me I do stuff wrong all the time. So
burritos ready.
Like most NFT artists, I know I'm probably going to get slammed this year.
Just put money aside. I mean, that's what I had to do.
I haven't really spent any of it. I'm playing it safe.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that's different between me and Matt is that, like, when he sold his Beeple piece, it was through
Nifty Gateway.
So it's cash.
So it was cash. So, like, I mean, there is a straight up, there is a
Now mine was sold, but that's not going to show up as anything. It's just going to show up as my ETH, as my cryptocurrency coming in. Nobody knows what it was or the reason for it or anything. It's just
and the government doesn't look at that as income.
It does look at it as income because it's coming into my bank account. So it still has to be reported, but it has
if you
to be
get audited, they could be like, "Hey, where the hell did this money come from?"
Just get the ETH. Like if I sell,
it has to be reported.
Yeah.
And anything over, I think it's anything over, it's either $5,000 or $10,000. If you get that much money deposited into your account,
no matter what it is,
the bank, Yeah, no matter what it is, the bank automatically has to send the IRS a notification that you had that money deposited in your account.
Yeah.
Right. Because it might be sus.
Right. And they're wanting to change that to only $600, which is ridiculous.
Wow.
Because they're
It's a lot
trying
keep
to
track of.
well, they're trying to yeah, that is a lot to keep track of.
Why
But they're trying-
$600 is like okay.
Because $600 is the amount that you're supposed to pay taxes if you pay a 1099, right? That's when you send a 1099 out. So if you've got a contractor who does only like $500 worth of work for you, you don't have to send them a 1099, you know? And I mean, they're supposed to claim taxes on it, but like they can get past it if no one sends them a 1099. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
I guess so.
at $600, what they're trying to do is they're trying to like
Nickel and dime us,
target the gig economy people, like the poorer people or whatever, you know, who do like gigs or like sell on Etsy for like, you know, $200 or $300 at a time, or like, oh, I go out and I do a job for someone and they pay me in cash and it's $800 for a day rate or something like that. So I deposit that into my account. Oh, now I've you know, it was cash, so the government may not have known, but you know,
Can
now
you just deposit? Like if you got paid in cash, deposit like $550 each time.
Yep, you could absolutely. I'm
Good
pretty
point.
So I
sure.
wonder if it's also like trying to like make it harder for people that are money laundering or whatever, because you could get like what's the limit, 6,000 whatever.
Yeah, it's like 5,000 to 10,000. I'm pretty sure it's $10,000 or over 5,000, because when I was pulling the money out of Gemini or out of Nifty, they would only let you do it at $5,000 chunks at a time.
That's right.
So I
Yeah.
had to do like
Mhm.
20 something $5,000 chunks to get it into my bank account.
They
You know,
raised that to 15, I think,
did they?
just recently. Yeah, because when I cashed
Well-
out of my people, I had to. I think it was 2 or 3 transactions.
Because if you want to, because actually during the time, I guess probably from the time when I sold mine to you sold yours, you had to actually sign up a certain way and give all your tax info or whatever to them in order to sell now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know if I
Guarantee-
gave all that
I didn't
information. Like I
double
signed
think
up
it's
for a
like
Gemini
rubber
account.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
Weird.
taxes.
Cool story.
I mean, that is the
Yeah.
scariest
Cool
thing.
story,
That's
bro.
the scariest
Story of the
thing of all.
I will probably, like, before tax write-offs and everything, I've done the estimate, and I will probably owe $70,000 in taxes.
Yeah.
You know,
I
Just
probably
from
owe way
NFTs?
more than that.
Yeah. No, not just from NFTs. That's
Oh,
from
for,
like,
freelance,
you know,
the whole shebang.
yeah, from
Yeah.
That's
the
not
job
terrible.
and like all the other
pool
other
isn't a
companies
write-off in
we
Texas?
have. What?
Yeah.
That pool isn't a write-off in Texas.
I would
Should be.
wish it was, you know, but here's one thing that I may end up doing actually. So like I paid for the pool. So I paid for the pool with like, you know, 60% cash and then 30% I took out a loan, right? Because I was just waiting to get paid our Christmas bonus and stuff like that, you know,
Right.
it's because that the rest of it was going to go there. So I took out this loan, you know, and it was a really high interest loan in order to pay it, you know. And so what I'm going to do is once the pool is actually built, I'm going to get my house reappraised and then maybe refinance and pull out a home equity loan, you
Whoa.
know, for that same
my
amount of what I
gosh.
owe in
Tactics.
order to bring my my interest rate way down. Like right now it's at like 9% for this loan. It'll go
Oh,
down to
wow.
like 2% once I refinance,
Yeah.
you know.
9%
Anyway.
is really high.
It's very high, but what I did, so I was looking for, I didn't do like a 30-year loan or anything like that. I just did like a 4-year loan, you know, and I was like, yeah, that's fine. You know, I just paid off a shitload of debt. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Let's get a pool.
Cool.
And it's almost done. They did the plumbing the other day. All right.
All right,
What-
we got some other callers waiting in the wings. We're gonna
Cool.
gonna-
Well, thanks for having me on,
Thanks for
guys.
jumping on.
Yeah, man.
Also disappeared
Great talking
in
to
the
you.
cauldron.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Do the candy thing still work? I didn't even try.
Oh, I don't know. Try it.
Oh.
Try
Right.
it.
Yeah, you need the
Here,
Joy Joy.
Have a Joy
There we
Joy.
go. There you go. All right.
That's funny.
There you go. Cool.
Ow.
All right, man. We'll see you later.
Later, guys.
Later.
See ya.
All right.
My kid has been making like chomping sound effects lately. Like he can barely say words, but he keeps on going, ow, anytime he's eating something, and it's freaking hilarious.
Ow.
Little mini Pac-Man.
Little Homer.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get the next guy in here. Who we got? Oh, that's weird. This is all right. All right.
It's getting weird.
All right. Remember, you can't say anything until they're on.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's Beeple?
Now that would be fun. Let's see. All right, here we go. Getting ready here. We got the next caller. I'm gonna apply. We got to do the little thing. All right, here we go. Let's get the music.
Bleep the glorp.
Here we go. All right,
Bloop, blorp.
do the chant. Do the chant. By the
What
power
up,
of
By the power of
Winkleman. The power of Winkleman.
What the fuck, bro?
We summon.
Oh, fuck.
What's up, dude?
What's good, homies?
Look at this fucking chode.
This fucking dude, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
And we just got a not suitable for work.
Yeah, right.
On the
No,
podcast.
dude, your dailies have been really great lately, dude.
Y'all are too kind.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
Pikachu one was fantastic.
Yeah, that was dog shit. That was terrible.
I didn't even see that one.
I was sitting there. I had to travel, and so I was just like, I was with my friends. I was like, "Hey, tell me what to do," and they were just like, "Oh yeah, that looks cool. Let's do that." And they just kept adding on, and I was like, "This is gonna look like just terrible." So
I'm gonna make Revelo quit his dailies because every time he's doing his daily renders, it's while we're playing Halo, and he just goes AFK, and our team loses because he's
I
the best
know.
Halo player. And then it's like, come on, Rev. It's like, I just gotta finish my daily.
Yeah, but it's the only way that we can actually win.
Yeah, that's the
When
thing.
is when Rev's not playing.
You feel like
Yeah.
the team is good because you know he's going to
Mhm.
get 21 kills no matter what at a minimum, and then nothing happens and we're all losing and we're like, what's going? You come across him, he's just standing there. He's
Yep.
like AFK, and you're like shooting him in the face. What's up, dude? You're not playing? Oh, I gotta finish this daily.
yeah, that
Yep.
might be the only time y'all get over 20 kills is when I'm sitting there doing nothing.
Winbush posted the Halo Infinite. What was it? The campaign video. So they're showing off the campaign, and I
Oh.
don't know if he posted it in the Camp Mograph one, in the Camp Banter, but like I don't know, it looks interesting. I don't know. I don't know whether it was a. Let me see if I can put it in the chat. It's in the Discord. Dang it. All right. Anyway, don't worry.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it looks interesting. I've never played one of the campaign. I played 5, Halo 5 campaign for about like an hour, and then I was like, this is boring. I
Back to
wanna go-
multiplayer.
Yeah, back to multiplayer.
Back to Pwn
So,
noobs.
Yep. I don't know.
Rev,
Could
you
be-
got any client horror stories?
Nah, I try to forget them all. I don't want to relive it.
Certainly,
That's
you've
smart.
got some.
So,
Certainly,
mm.
you've never had an
No-
issue.
nothing I can say.
Right.
I can't. Yeah.
We're gonna
Well, you don't
send
have to
this.
say who the client is or what the job is. You can just say in general.
They're gonna know.
What?
It's just depressing. Like,
It is
it's not
depressing.
even, like-
Thank you.
It's not even scary.
Welcome
It's
to the
like-
most depressing part
Yeah, I
of the
think-
year
I
for
feel
us.
like we actually got the scary part covered pretty well with the taxes talk. Like,
Right.
Winbush-
Just
Yeah.
have everyone on and ask them how much they think they owe in taxes for NFT.
Yeah, they're not
That's a
scary.
good
They're
question.
learning experiences.
right?
That's funny.
I'm
Speaking
sure.
of
you've had some.
NFTs and Revelo, I, Winbush, and I forget who else. Some other people are doing a in-person China NFT gallery show next week, I think. Right?
You're going to China?
No, we're not going to China, but
Well,
our
that's not
work
in
will be
person.
displayed in China.
You liar.
Shout out
That's
Winbush. What up? What up? Hooked us up with that.
Oh, so it's like a physical exhibit, is what you're saying?
Yeah, because they can't use cryptocurrency in China, so they're gonna have
Mhm.
this physical gallery, and they'll pay in yuan or whatever the Chinese currency is. And
Schmeckles.
schmeckles, yeah,
Schmeckles.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of
Gonna
my
snarf it.
pieces was displayed on some big wall in a hotel, like with a bunch of others.
That's cool.
King of Midtown is one that he collected from my Nifty drop, and yeah, it's like it's in a hotel in L.A. But it's like a whole wall of those infinite objects. It looks pretty cool. Yeah,
Oh yeah, I saw that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
that
cool.
looks sick.
Rev,
Are you
like-
done with your pieces, Revilla?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Are you done with your pieces?
Well, yeah. I sent them whatever I had. I just was like, what? And then I messaged you. You're like, oh, you do them every day. I don't think it matters.
Yeah, it's like you make a
create
new
something.
thing every day. Just send whatever.
Yeah. Well, no, I did like an anime. I showed y'all on the Discord the animation
it's
that I
beautiful.
made, and yeah, I sent them that, and they were like, dude, this is definitely the one that you have to put, and they chose that one. And then I sent them like my Instagram. I was like, just choose something. I don't care. It's whatever. I'll tell you yay or nay. And they were just like, these look good. And I was like, whatever, just take it. Like, whatever. So, yeah, we'll see what
Taking
happens.
real
though.
pride in your artwork there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do it every day. It's like, everyone else knows what looks good. And then, we'll go from there.
I like this Game Boy one you did. There's something really nice about that composition.
Which,
I like the one that had like
The one that says, well, fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I like the spiky ball one you did like last week or something.
Spiky
That
Ball
one was good.
Yeah, I'm checking that out.
The one everyone calls the train, that was good. You've been stepping up, man. You get inspired by Camp Mograph or what?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. The legend changed me. The legend of
Yeah.
Rev, the bro, I'm a little tired render from the other day. That one looks like you put a lot into it. There's like a lot of mega scans going on. I'm guessing, unless it's all, is it real displacement textures or mega scans?
I can't even remember. Hold on. Okay, so
The one with the wacky face space guy.
oh yeah. We were in Discord, and I was just like fucking around in cinema, and then everyone was like chiming in, like, "Dude, the shadows, you need to like do this and that." And I was like, "Okay."
Oh,
and so we
nice.
just turn it into it every day.
Rad.
So yeah, I think I'm probably gonna make that into like a print or something.
But is that mostly mega scans or is it RDT or both?
Both. Yeah.
Cool.
That and probably like gametextures.com or whatever that game textures website is.
Which one are you talking about?
It's called like Bro, I'm a little
called-
tired.
Yeah, bro, I'm a little tired. It's the
Okay.
space dude with the wacky emoji face.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I got you.
I was mostly talking about the environment,
Yeah.
It's really detailed.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember you working on this. You had like a placeholder person and okay.
Yeah, I think Billy was mostly like,
Oh, hey,
the
look.
lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bleh.
Look, there's a render where you made a ghost. Look, I made a ghost.
Oh, yeah.
Booyah.
And Marvelous.
That's what it's called.
Look,
And Marvelous, yeah.
Marvelous Designer. Did you use Marvelous for that?
No, I just use cinema.
Yeah, that's what
It's
I
a lot
figured.
easier.
Yeah.
I like the mecha collapse. Very timely.
Oh yeah, that is very timely.
It's a dope model.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was talking to Dave about
Yeah.
that. I was like, I need to find like a mecha
Yeah.
model or something. And
Mhm.
they were all like $150. I was like, I'm not for this render. No,
Right.
there's no.
Yeah.
I found it for a good steal. It was like $19, and it was
It was
rigged.
rigged and everything.
Nice.
And everything.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Turbo Squid or CG Trainer or what?
Turbo Squid.
Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
Rev and I were on Discord one night, and we were, going through models and things, and that's when I was talking about that idea. Like, you go on and you find deals. It would make for a great, like, if there was time, it would make for a great, like, 10-minute show every day or every week or something where it's like Turbo Squid deals. Like, check out this model. It's got like, what were we looking at? It had like 40 different like cigarettes and cigars in different various
Yeah, that
burn
was like
states.
$10, right, or
Yeah, it was
something.
$7.99. I'm like,
Yeah.
you could do the whole
and
show
then,
would be like an
and
advertisement.
then you start putting some of your stuff out there, and like mark it down, and then you like, say, oh,
Do
this
your
one's
own.
on sale,
Yeah.
and then everyone starts buying it.
Like under
Yeah, promote your
$10
own
models.
stuff.
Come on down. Get you a cigar model. It's gonna be great. We got smoke. We got
Not
ash.
$59.99, no, slash that. $49.99, no, slash that. $7.99. These
It's
are
that
some
Rick and
high
Morty
quality
thing.
models, people.
Yeah,
It's definitely a Rick and Morty.
yeah,
and
it's kind of a little
interdimensional-
bits. Anson Mize Johnson.
Yeah.
I'm Anson Mize Johnson. I got
I had
You want a whole
someone-
pack of cigarettes? We got 20 cloners right here.
I had someone follow me on Twitter that was just 3dhorsemodels.com.
Uh-huh.
You go to the site 3dhorsemodels.com, and this was like during game night, one of the game nights that we do with Wimbush, and we went, and I was like, all right, let's see what this is all about. Go to the website, no horses. There's no
Wait.
horses.
Wait, what?
3dhorsemodels.com, and
There's
it's like,
nothing there.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
What is that? What it was called for real? 3D
I
You
horse.
just got
so.
malware.
What
It
was
just-
it?
I know.
It gave you
3D
malware.
horse models?
I know. You should find it. That
I'll have
would
to
be.
find the account again.
You gotta
Let's
put that
see.
in show notes, man. People are gonna need that. For sure.
3D horse
Yeah.
models.
I think it was a Twitter account. Yep, there it is.
Oh, it's
3D
a
horse
Twitter.
models.
7-minute abs.
All right,
What if
there it
someone
is.
comes up
3D
with
horse models.
3D horse.
It's 3D
models.
3dhorse.com.
Oh, 3dhorse.com.
3dhorse.com. Okay.
You have
Oh,
to-
it's not
you-
horse
you-
models.
It's
It's-
not horse models, but you need to go through some of these models. Some of them are god awful.
It's like Turbo Squid. There's no squids.
When the going gets tough, the tough get 3D
Squid.
models.
I bet there are some squids. That
There probably are some squids.
Do
Wow,
the-
This is
okay.
false advertising.
Yeah.
Go to
So
the
they got-
3D characters.
Oh.
They've got a ton of like skulls and like skeletons and stuff.
Go to
Yeah.
characters.
Oh, they've
Buy
got a
from
horse
CG.
transporter.
Well, it just links to CG Trader though. That's
no,
so
you
it's
got to
this
go on
guy's-
the little left click
Just
thing.
skimming some of the stuff.
Yeah. There you go.
okay.
But
It's
they're
all just
also-
industrial stuff. What is it?
Oh.
no horses. There's no horses on this site.
It is weird.
You
It's like
took
the
that
Mr.
personal.
Horse plugin has no horse transition.
That's true.
Yeah,
You took that a
It's
little
bizarre.
personal.
This is bullshit.
it's bullshit, bro. Where are the horses?
Give him the easy ones. Oh man. All right. Well, there's 3D horse models at Twitter if
No
you
hor-
want to follow them at 3D
Spoiler
horse
alert, no
underscore models.
3dhorse.com.
Have you guys ever heard of
Welcome to
GrabCAD?
Mograph.com.
Oh,
we
yeah.
talk about finance.
GrabCAD. Yeah, somebody recommended that to me. I can't remember who. It was maybe in a tutorial I was watching. But it looks like
Cab?
no, GrabCAD.
GrabCAD.
GrabCAD. Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I was
It's got,
using it
like,
the other day.
Tons of 3D models that you can just rip for free.
I was just using GrabCAD the other day.
I was telling Rev about it the other day. I'm like, you might be
Yeah.
able to find some cool stuff. I had to find one of those like Allen wrench or Allen screw bolt things for a project the other day. Pulled it right off there, nice and easy.
Nice.
you know,
Yeah,
like
that
you do.
remember Matthias did a presentation with like building the Brondo modeling, found
Yeah.
the cap from this because they just added like the CAD import into
Mhm.
Cinema 4D a few years ago.
Mm-hmm. This is
Yeah,
all you need to be
it's useful.
successful in the NFT game.
That's
I wonder
true.
if they have horses on this site.
Oh, let's look.
How do
on
you
which
search?
site? On which site? Oh, on
GrabCAD.
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 There are horses on GrabCAD.
There are horses on GrabCAD.
Huh.
Look at that.
Now, are they CAD? Wait, they're CAD models of horses.
Yeah.
It's
Horse.
like
now the
this
average
is a
CAD
racing
modeler.
horse cart.
Let's see, grabcad.com.
I mean, they're very badly rendered horse models.
Yeah.
but
Of course,
They
yeah.
Oh, I
do
found
have
a
horse
Voronoi
models.
horse. Voronoi horse. It's got like
Like a
that
rock,
trichophobia
horse,
grossness.
Ooh,
chess
I
horse.
hate that
Yeah.
horse. I'm gonna try to
this
bring
is
it up.
Here, look at this disgusting horse.
This
everyone.
site should be.
This is
3D
good for
horse
Halloween.
models.
This will scare you. Look at this.
All right, let's see.
This will
I'm bringing it
scare
up.
you.
Here we go.
Whoa,
Oh my gosh,
Oh, the
Whoa,
Voronoi
whoa.
horse. Yeah. that one
Voronoi
looks-
Oh.
horse.
Voronoi horse.
I don't like it. It makes me feel
Like the horse from the
This is a
Cell.
great.
Remember that
This is
movie,
a
The
great.
Cell?
It's an upside down horse thumbnail image. Like, what is the? Why would you start it on that?
Wait,
I
look
can't
at
even
this
rotate it. Load in
Look
3D
at this-
viewer. Hold
Look
on.
at this horse that has a
Oh.
trumpet for a butt.
Beautiful.
Whoa, you're right.
Whoa.
It does have a butt trumpet.
Oh,
It's got a
shoot.
butt trumpet.
Oh my goodness, what is going on? French
What?
horn, French horn butt
It's got a
trumpet.
French horn for a butt.
Wow. Fancy.
When it farts, it goes.
So stupid.
I know it's horrible. Oh my god. Yeah, look at these horses, man. You got like a horse and carriage. These are
So many horses.
ugly.
I like that mechanical horse, dude. Rev, you should use this one for your daily
butt
today.
trumpet one.
The butt
Yeah, the
trumpet.
butt trumpet one.
Yeah, you should.
I'll
Make it happen.
And
use it. Let's
you
see
got to
what
call
happens.
that piece butt trumpet. You know you have to.
Yeah.
But
Oh, man.
man, you got your
Is
daily
it
for the day
free?
done.
Wait, is it free?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything on the site is free.
I mean, what
Should
butt
you know
trumpet
GrabCAD is free,
isn't
bro?
free?
Do you know grab
Yeah. Have you guys checked out GrabCAD?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So no client
Yeah.
horror stories for you, huh?
Nah,
Fine.
it's just gonna be depressing. I don't know. You want me to like? I
Alright.
don't know. Let's just say taxes. That could be. We could say that again.
Yeah.
The finger thing
Yeah.
means the taxes. All right, Rev. We're gonna let you go. We got another
Give him
caller.
a Joy. He needs a Joy.
Oh yeah.
Let's
You need
play
a
some.
Joy.
Yeah,
You guys want to play some Halo after this? I feel like doing nothing today.
I
Maybe we
Gotta
might.
be
could.
it
I don't
depends on
know.
what time we get done. If we get done, I am totally down.
Georgia,
Because-
let's do it.
All right.
The only
we'll do
other
a
thing I
short
got to
show.
do today is take my dog to the trainer, and he'll be gone for 3 weeks, and it's awesome.
Well, we'll do the
Nice.
next caller after we do the Joy bar, and then
Do
we'll
the
go to
Joy
drop,
Joys.
and then after the drop, we'll go.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Sounds
All
good.
right. Let me get the little Joy. Get you a Joy, Rev.
Get you a Joy.
Eat it. Chomp
Yeah.
it. Chomp it. All right.
Just. Oh shit! It's gone. Never
Oh,
mind.
it's gone.
Take it away from me.
Uh, cool. All right. Well, thanks for calling in, man. We'll see you on Halo.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
All right. Talk to you later.
This is.
See you, man.
Later, bro.
All right. Cool. Y'all talk amongst yourselves, and I'll try and get our next caller in here. Hopefully, I got him in.
Headache.
I'm hungry.
See if he's good to go.
Should we search for upside down horse?
I already found it. He's got the butt trumpet horse.
Butt trumpet.
Okay, found it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trumpet.
What?
Let's see if he.
But a trumpet.
I mean, I could see that horse is actually pretty cool. Like if you
You take off the butt trumpet.
No, I even like the butt
Huh.
trumpet.
Well, keep
I
the
think
butt trumpet.
is-
Why would you get
yeah.
rid of the butt trumpet? I mean, that's the best part.
I mean, you should integrate it into this set now.
Oh yeah,
Just
there
the
you go.
butt trumpet somewhere.
All right, you ready to summon?
Let's do
Let's
it.
do it.
All right, music's going by the power
What
of
up?
Winkleman.
What up? What up?
What up? What up?
What up? What up?
What up? What up? What up?
What up?
What up? What up? What
There he
up?
is.
What up? What up? What up? Oh!
Hey, what up?
What's
What
up?
up?
There it
How's
is.
it going?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Totally.
All right. Yeah, Skype always messes up my settings, but yeah,
You're
what's
doing
popping?
Pretty good.
What's
Doing
up?
pretty good. The title of this episode is Butt Trumpet.
Google butt.
Yes, do
Or
not Google
3D
that.
horse models. Spoiler alert: no horses.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good time. 3D horse models. You just gave them like the biggest plug they probably ever got.
I know.
They're gonna get like this whole influx of people.
They're
gonna
looking
send
at
you
their
some
numbers.
free credits to download some horse models with trumpet butts and shit.
We've
You should
doubled-
tag 'em
Three
in.
cat models follow me on Twitter
5
next.
people bought the butt trumpet in the last hour.
I know we've doubled our sales to
Our
10.
sales. What's going on?
All 5 people that watch Mograph went over there.
Right.
Now I just got to get
Nice.
people to
Good
use the
stuff.
butt trumpet in his
Oh
round.
man.
That'll make
There
it
you
blow
go.
up.
We should start it as a meme and everybody just starts using it. It'll be the dick butt of Mograph.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm
Yeah.
downloading it. Yeah.
Get it. Get you some.
Can we
Winbush.
get that be like the default
What up?
model in C4D? Like Blender's got the
Yeah.
monkey
Yeah, the
face.
Yeah,
whatever.
it's actually in the viewport
C4D's got the
in
butt
every
trumpet.
default scene. Like it's there.
You have to delete it.
You can't
You have
Yeah.
to
remove
delete
it.
it like the cube and
You can only hide it. You can't delete it. You can only hide it.
Dude, that would be a
No, it's the new figure object.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the
Well,
pig.
you know how
it's
you
like
do
the
that,
pig in
Some-
Houdini.
Someone out there will do this. Replace all of the icons in C4D with the
Right.
butt trumpet horse.
I think
I was
when-
gonna say, you know how
yeah.
you do the tutorial every time there's like a new version of cinema. Like right now, you have like the crab that shows up in the splash screen.
Oh yeah,
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
use the horse with
There
the
you
trump button
I gotta
for
do
your
a
next
tutorial
C4D
with
update.
a tutorial.
A toot.
So it just shows
tutorial.
up in the
A
splash screen
tutorial.
every time.
Yeah.
Tutorial.
I think what would be a great prank is, you can set the default new project in Cinema 4D
Yeah, you
to
can.
be any C4D file you want. So you prank someone by putting that in there, and if they don't know how to change it,
That was good.
yeah. Winbush, you told us some
What up?
horror stories last year, so I think
Yeah, I
we
got
already
in
have
trouble
that.
for that.
You got
That's the
now.
real horror story.
I know of one other story that you told us it can't, but I don't know if you can say that on the air. If you know
Oh,
what
I
I'm
can say
talking
it.
about, you know what
Yeah,
I'm talking
I
about.
mean, about peeing all over the Land
Yes.
Rovers. when I was
Uh-huh.
drunk. Yeah.
That could technically be a client horror story. Why don't you just tell us that one?
Like a
I don't know if
Winbush
it's a
type
horror
story.
story, but yeah, no. So I used to like my mentor is Adam Sandler. That's how I got started in motion graphics, and he would always throw like these Happy Madison parties. And I want to say it was the receptionist that was leaving, so he threw a party for her at one of the bars. And like I don't really drink at all, and so Adam was like, "Hey, Wimbush, what are you drinking?" I'm just like water, for the most part. And so, long story short, he made me take a shot with him. Well, didn't make me, but you know how it goes. Can't tell the
Yeah.
boss no. So I took a shot with him. That led to more shots, and I have a low tolerance, and so I'm just like blacked out drunk. Like I think I must have tipped. Like how they have those people in the bathroom that they pretty much give you like the hand towels and some mints or whatever.
Guilt you into
I
giving them
think I
money.
gave him like I think I gave him like $100 tip because I woke up with like no money in my wallet at all. But
Either you were robbed or you gave him $100 tip. One of
both.
yeah, probably both.
Yeah.
But yeah, long story short, I go to work the next day, get called into the office, and they were like, yeah, we got a call from the Land Rover dealership that was next to the bar. They have footage of a tall black guy that was peeing all over the Land Rovers, and we think it was you. And I'm like, oh no, that wasn't me at all. So they showed me the footage because Land Rover sent them the footage, and yeah, it was me. I was right there pissing all over the Land Rovers that was at the Land Rover lot next door. But yeah, and everybody thought it was funny. So no harm, no foul. But yeah.
Oh my gosh. So
Yeah,
you
good
didn't
times.
remember
memory.
until they showed you the footage.
I had no idea. I woke up in my car actually, because
Wow.
yeah, I just woke up in my car with no money in my wallet and just went right to work. And
Sounds like a typical Saturday for
So-
me, but
Yep.
yeah, so it's like I said, I don't drink at all. So it's just like I think maybe 2 shots and I was probably out.
Wow.
That's
God,
funny.
that's funny.
Well, he did drink at the Night of the Legend at Camp Mograph.
Shh, not supposed to say that.
A sip of a beer.
If you could call it
Sip of
that.
a beer.
The question that we had earlier on Unreal, I don't know if you caught that or not, but we were a little confused about Unreal, and we needed your expertise. We were talking about a lot of Unreal. I don't know what were we talking about?
Oh, about camera moves.
camera moves.
Winbush, didn't you say like camera moves? Like it's not as simple as just like keyframing it in C4D. It's like first-person shooter directing or something.
They do have you can keyframe it, like they have curves and keyframes and everything else. It's just not as intuitive as it would be in cinema. But the one cool thing is you can actually hook up an iOS device. So like I have the M1 iPad, and I'll hook it up on my shoulder mount, and I'll do like actual camera moves walking around with the iPad, because you could turn your
Funny.
iPad into an actual cinematic camera. So you can make it simulate like a Ariew camera or a red camera. Like all the settings are right there, and you can physically walk around the space and just like you're shooting a movie.
Is it something where you can go in and like smooth it out and kind of fix it
Yeah.
up after you're done? Because that would be my thing. Is like, okay, well, this is okay, but it's kind of jittery. I feel like there'd be a lot of jitter on anything like that, because it's hard to hold your light iPhone or iPad completely still, like a nice heavy camera.
you could just strap it to like a big box or something you put on your shoulder, like just
Yeah.
get it to be more weighted so it doesn't move so quickly.
True.
Yeah, that's why I use the shoulder mount. Like I got a $30 shoulder mount off of Amazon, and then I got the
Nice.
iPad, clip, and I just attached it to it, DIY. And I mean, it's pretty smooth when you do it that way. Like when you do it handheld, of course, it's going to be jittery, but I mean, you can always go in there, you could delete keyframes, you could add curves to it and adjust it. So yeah, there's a lot of flexibility in there.
Jag says that you can build rails, like dolly tracks for sweeping camera moves. Can you
Yeah,
do
you
the
can do that as
tracks
well.
and then use the iPad for it? So it's kind of like you're just walking what's on the rails. That would be cool. Or are they tracks within Unreal?
I mean, the tracks are in Unreal, so they try to simulate like a movie set. Like they even have cranes and everything in there, so you could put like a virtual crane and hang the camera from it and control it as you would like a jib. So you have all types of those crazy wheels
That's
and
cool.
rigs and stuff that you can control. Now,
I wish there
taking
were
it
some
from like
presets like that in C4D, like to get, I mean, like just have an IK like crane kind of thing would give you. I mean, you can create arcs yourself, but it would just create the more natural movement potentially. You know?
I
Isn't
think
there one of
there
those
is.
in
Yeah,
cinema
there
now?
is one of those.
There is
really?
one of those now. Yeah.
Cool.
But I was just curious if like you can use your iPad motion, like the left and right motion, to integrate that with the track, because then you're not worrying about jitter or anything like that. You're just kind of humanly controlling what's going on, and that feels.
So what you're saying, like, it's as if you've got a virtual dolly track, for instance, and then IRL, you're like pretending to push the dolly. Is that what you want to happen?
Yeah, that could be cool.
Yeah, it could be cool.
You know.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
like,
should
they actually do have like, I mean, like for the studios that do it legit, they'll actually have a real dolly track and record that move. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You should I have to send you a link. There's a guy, Matt Walkman, he's the one, like if you've seen any of like the Unreal virtual production videos they had out a couple years ago, he was the one that's directing it.
Cinematography database, right?
Yeah,
Matt
exactly.
Walkman, yeah.
So
he's a good drummer too.
He does crazy stuff with like MIDI controllers and all types of like physical, like camera tracks and everything. He'll link them to his cameras in Unreal, and he'll use like real cameras and do exactly what you said, like pushing dollies around, but he'll push like a physical tray around so he gets that weight resistance. And yeah, it's pretty slick. So yeah, I mean, you could program in Unreal. So I mean, virtually anything you want to do, you could come up with.
Yeah. For like the Lion King, I'm pretty sure they use like real drones, because they're just things you don't account for, like how the weight shifts and drifts, like versus like animating by hand. You probably, a lot of the time you'll mess some of those things up.
Yeah.
And it won't feel right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard. It's real hard. Like there's so many subtleties. That's why I was thinking, like, if you could kind of do a little bit of mixing, that might add a little more realism into it. What you working on next, Winbush? What's your next venture? I saw you got that NFT. We're gonna talk about. We'll put a link to that in the drop for sure. Last week.
That one was with First Dibs. They're like a luxury marketplace, which is kind of wild because they're selling, like Picasso type stuff and furniture and high end fashion, and then you have NFT up there, which is kind of, I feel out of place, but it's kind of dope to see up there. But yeah, right now I'm doing some stuff right now in Unreal, working on Alaskan Bush people for Discovery Channel, doing some CG explainer graphics. And then I have another show at the end of the month. Actually, this week I'm doing another show in China, and then I'm doing another show next month in China. So yeah, just trying to be the king of NFTs out there in mainland China.
Nice. I think it's funny, there's so much like China NFT stuff, but they don't do cryptocurrency.
Yeah,
that's the scary part about it. Like, you guys are talking about taxes. Like, I don't know how the hell it's going to go down, because
don't say anything about it.
Right.
They'll never know. You made no money.
No one's
in China.
gonna know. Who's gonna know?
It's crazy because the show I did in Shanghai, I had to get permission from the Chinese government to showcase this stuff over there. So they were like, for weeks, they would ask me for updates on my piece, and I would have to show the government, and they would take it and they would approve it, just to make sure, you're not putting images of like Winnie the Pooh in there, or making fun of the government or anything political for the most part. So it's like, they know about the NFT shows out there, but crypto is illegal. So like when they paid me in USD. Like they did a private auction out there, and when a piece is sold, they just, sent the money right over to my account USD, because they're not allowed to use Ether or anything out there. So yeah, it's pretty wild, but I'm not sure how taxes work, because you got to pay the, Chinese government is going to want their cut, and then the US government is going to want their cut. So
haha, tricked you. I put 1 pixel of Winnie the Pooh in there.
Yeah. It's
yeah. So next time I go to China, I get arrested immediately.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, they don't play, because when I was over there, I did a headline that conference in Beijing, and when I was coming back to the States, they went through all my luggage to make sure I didn't buy like any electronics, because they wanted to make sure that I paid taxes on any goods, when I was there. And then once I came back to LA, they double checked again before I was even able to, cross back into LAX. They're checking through all your stuff again. So like the Chinese government, they don't play when it comes to taxes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so yeah, fun times. That's what I said. Maybe I'll buy a house in Puerto Rico. I know they're like a crypto safe haven right now, so maybe I'll just use a Puerto Rican address and get
Yeah.
around it that way.
Totally. Go
Yeah.
to
So.
Dubai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just need our own crypto island. I think that'll solve everything.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you could buy an island in
Mograph
Puerto
Island.
Rico, you know, or even in the Virgin Islands, you could buy an island out there. So they're not as expensive as people think. Like $100,000, you could buy yourself an island. So
Wow.
All
That
right.
might
that-
not be there in 5 years.
I'm in.
At that price,
Yeah,
I
right.
can't afford not to buy an island.
Right.
I mean, seriously, you're selling NFTs, right? Just buy an island with some ETH, a couple of ETH, you're good.
I think we
Windbush
could all go
Island
in.
Firefest.
Yeah.
Nice.
Camp Mograph in our own island.
Yeah.
Mograph Island. Hell yeah.
Destination Mograph. Let's do it.
But yeah, that's
Cool.
some fun times over there. Love it over there in China. Love the people. So yeah, it's been fun, hitting up there's collectors over there that can't go to, like Super Rare or Maker's Place or Nifty because of the way the internet is banned over there. Like they have their own Chinese internet, so they can't really go outside of, their structure there unless they buy like
Right.
outside VPN. So there's like a whole bunch of whales over there. They want to buy NFTs, but they have no way of doing it. So yeah, it's been kind of, cool trying to educate the people over there and, getting them into it and seeing how they, how excited they are to see Western artists over there. So it's been an interesting year.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool, man. Well, we appreciate you calling in. We're gonna.
Plus I got holograms now. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's rad.
That's
That's
NFT
crazy.
holograms coming soon. So
Did you teach
Oh,
yourself
yeah.
how to do the soft body dynamics, or did you?
yeah, all self-taught, like
All
every other
self-taught.
asshole out there.
inside joke for a Twitter thread that was going on.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was hot about that this morning. Somebody put up a tweet that was like, "Who's teaching you guys all the software?" And everybody's
Oh, I
like,
just
"Oh, I'm
saw that
self-taught.
tweet.
I'm self-taught." And I'm just like,
Yeah.
"What the hell?" Like, I'm looking at your NFTs and they're all tutorials out there. That like Ariew
Like,
put
yeah.
out, EJ, and
Anybody that says they're self-taught is learning. Like we all learn from tutorials. I learned from tutorials. EJ, like all of us. Part of it is like
Uh-huh.
tinkering around and experimentation. Sure, like you can come up with your own techniques, but
Yeah.
that's what makes our community so awesome. Is like the constant information sharing and openness of all the leaders in the community. That started, I feel, with like Andrew Kramer and Nick Campbell.
Right.
Like that.
Well, I always
attitude.
thought that self-taught meant you didn't go to like school. But
Yeah, that's all that means
Yeah,
in my
but-
mind.
Yeah.
But you're
That's-
constantly learning, like as if you're going to school through tutorials and courses.
Right. It's like
I say that's
yeah.
all in perspective though, because I mean, honestly, like when I went to school, it was like the very first motion graphics course, available anywhere. And so everybody in the field before that, I mean, they were essentially self-taught, but you're learning on the job, you're talking to other artists, it's a collaborative effort. So that's why I kind of got pissed at when people are like, "Oh, we're all self-taught." It's like,
Yeah,
you're not really teaching yourself. Like there's always some other influences. At least give a shout out to somebody that helped you along the way, not say like, "I did all this by myself. Look at me, I'm great by my NFT." It's
Right.
like, that's bullshit, especially when I go to your page and like EJ said, I'm seeing a soft
It's all
body
tutorials.
tutorial on there. Like you didn't even make it your own. You just straight ripped it off and put
Right.
it up on a foundation or whatever. So yeah.
I mean, how
That's all
many
it
of
is.
how many NFTs of your one tutorial with the fluid
Right.
sims did you see before you actually like minted your own?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch, but I mean, even going back to Beeple, right? That's how he found out about NFTs because people were taking his project files, straight rendering them, and then throwing them up online before like he even knew what it was. So I mean, it's it sucks.
wow,
that
you're
people
right.
out there
Nobody
like
in this
that, but-
thread. There are very few people in this thread getting shout outs. Everyone's like self-taught, self-taught, self-taught. Like
Mhm.
that's pretty lame.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. It's like
Yeah.
it's NFT artists are such a different vibe than like it's not even most of the people in our Mograph community.
right.
Like it's all people that
Yeah.
are just trying to get rich quick and like claim that they know how to do this shit or that
Right.
they have a really cool, unique, creative vision. But it's just people trying to rip people off and create a quick buck. And they're the only community they care about is a community with money circling hands.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a small portion of the population. Personally, that's some
Well, for
FUD,
sure.
EJ. That's you're doing some
fun-
fudding.
Yeah,
You're calling
come on,
down-
stop fudding.
Yeah, I mean,
Come on,
they're.
stop fudding.
Futter.
I mean, I agree. I agree with both of you.
Yeah.
I agree with both of you. Yeah. but there's nothing that will
I think
replace
the people
community.
that are just looking to make a quick buck,
Yeah.
make a quick buck,
Make
Quick buck.
are gonna get filtered out pretty quickly, and that's already happened to a large degree. Or people that are like, there have already been artists that were literally ripping others off. Like, people discover that, and then their career is over as an NFT artist.
Right.
So
Yeah, sure.
yeah, and collectors are becoming more and more discerning. One of my collectors, Patty Stash, is extremely educated in motion design. He like, for the past several months, he's been researching it more and more. I actually just sent him all the reels that I cut together for Control Z, like the 3-hour long like motion design reels, so that he could watch them and like pick out the artists and see if there's anything that really catches his eye. And like, I think, any collectors moving forward in the space are going to want to start researching like the techniques behind this, so that they can distinguish between.
Yeah.
It's like in the art world, you want to be able to distinguish like between something that's completely valid and a fake, and they do, like, the really good collectors look into the backgrounds of artists and see how legit they are, like if they've taught other people, if they're good communicators. Like, there's so many factors that can go into it, and people that are in it just to make a quick buck, are going to get filtered out.
Yeah, it's good
That's
to know
even
how
on the collector's
the
side
sauce is
too,
made,
right? Where
you know?
collectors are just trying to buy, not to support an artist, but just to try to make money. So it's like both sides will get filtered out eventually.
Well, I think
because
a lot of the
collectors
time-
will lose the money, and
I think a lot of the time collectors, they want to do both at once. They love art,
yeah.
and they want to make money. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. All right, Winbush, we're gonna give you a joy before we go over to the drop.
Joy.
Happy, joy.
Get your joy here.
Yeah. Sorry to go out off on a negative note. Didn't want to go on that tangent,
No,
but
no. Get your joy. Eat it up. There we go.
There we go. Any hologram Joyce.
Right.
Cool.
All right, fellas.
All right.
Thanks
See you
for
later.
jumping in, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't pee on any more cars.
All right. I think we should go over to the drop so we can play some Halo and stuff. What do you think?
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
All right, let's do it.
Is this the fucking mic? This is exactly what I should be doing.
Joys.
I totally
What's
did
up,
the
and
drop.
welcome to this week's episode of The Drop, your weekly source for all things NFT and crypto art, as well as upcoming drops by notable people in the Mograph industry. I'm Matt Milstead. Joining us today, as always, is Dave Koss and David Ariew and EJ Hassenfratz. What's up?
Hello.
Welcome to our futuristic drop zone.
This is
where
dope.
the
Sorry,
drop
I
I want
screwed
this
up
to
the
be an
intro.
actual space.
This took
This is
me
the
a whole
metaverse. We're in
like
the metaverse
30
right
minutes
now.
to do. I wish I could have spent more time on this. I
looks good.
literally took the set and threw some textures on it and hoped for the best. So
It's beautiful.
You just learned Cinema 4D the other day.
yesterday,
Just learned.
yeah.
All right, let's see
You
what we
got
Let me
drops.
go. Yes. Okay. Cool. Let's knock out the normal drops from Nifty Gateway and Maker's Place. Today, the 25th of October, Boss Logic is doing a drop today, which is very exciting. Boss Logic is an awesome artist. I
Gonna
absolutely
enter
love.
all the drawings for sure. And
This
Are
is
you?
on Spooky
all-
Gateway.
Spooky Gateway.
Gateway.
So stupid.
Yes. Here we go.
I mean, a lot of the
Um,
drops are only if you have one of his pieces, and sadly, I sold mine for way too cheap. I think I sold it for like $1,000 more than I made it back in like March or something, and then a week after, it blew up to being worth like 15 grand or 20 grand or something. But you know,
Dang it.
They got one piece for $555. Is that an open edition?
Yeah, that's open.
Okay, cool. There you go.
I mean, yeah, I expect there to be like thousands of editions purchased. So, but I wouldn't be surprised if that doubled or tripled in value.
Right.
I wouldn't expect like 10x or do anything crazy, but yeah.
Right, but still, yeah. Ooh, man, the work that he's got. Oh, so pretty.
What are you looking at right now?
I'm
This is
actually
just
looking.
like-
Well, so the stuff that I gave you on the link here, put this up because this is better.
Is it where it
Well,
says grab a piece here?
No.
No?
So just look in the link that I put in the chat. Like they finally posted the stuff on Nifty Gateway.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Nice.
and like the work is gorgeous. So
Boss
do you
Logic
have
is awesome.
do you have to own some of his work to be able to enter?
For the drawings? Yes. On
Wait,
some,
user must own one Nifty, but is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
of Boss
On-
Logic's
on
Nifty?
several. No. Any Nifty. For denial, it's any Nifty. It says, like, if you scroll down, it'll tell you if you can enter or not. Do you see where you scroll down? It says your total available entries 1 for me.
Okay.
And then for anger, I cannot enter because I don't have any of his. Several of these require Boss Logic.
Okay. And when do these drop? What time?
But the last two,
This is
the
a-
reader and empty boxes, those are other ones where you can enter.
Oh, I can't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. Edition of
Oh,
10,
man.
$1,500. Yeah, that would be. That sounds like a good one to go for right there. for
Yeah,
sure.
all right. I'm gonna.
right.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get a jump on this. That's awesome.
Who else we
So,
got?
Okay, cool. That was Boss Logic. That's today. Tomorrow, I've got Arctic House and Julius Horsthrop.
Horsthuis.
Horse
Yeah.
models?
Julius Horsthuis is like the best fractal artist that there is.
It's gorgeous. Like
Um,
the previews of
This actually kind of pisses me off because I was going to do this actual project. It was going to be Artec House with me and NYC NFT. I was creating one of my mirror boxes, and it was their Artec House has several 20K projectors for each wall. So it's like a fully immersive experience. And I actually built it out and did all the renderings, and then they pulled the plug because they didn't think they had enough time. And it's like, bro, I already did the work. Like, you have enough time. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
that
So,
sucks.
whatever. I'm gonna do something with them later on. But yeah, it's a bit of a bummer.
God, that's so pretty.
Real pretty stuff. Yeah.
Well, yeah, Julius is amazing. Like, I've been following his work for
Yeah.
years and years and years.
Yeah. See, David, this is why you need to be doing the drop, because you know all this information.
You got plenty of time, right?
Yeah. Right.
Not
Okay, and then the 27th, a couple of drops. We've got Jonathan Wolf. Jonathan Wolf does these fun little, like, I don't know, like these. They look like kid sketches, and
I like the
he
cat.
did a previous one that looked like Play-Doh things and stuff. It was pretty neat. So there's that one. Also that same day, BD White is doing a drop. This one looked really cool. You get your typical
Space.
space character.
I love
Yeah.
that.
So
I love
What
the
is-
water.
what is Fluid Sims.
Oh.
Almost.
Paul.
What?
Paul, okay, remind me, because Paul's still in our chat, and he's like, "Hey, just dropping this one in
Shilling.
here." Yeah, shilling it while
Oh,
we're
that's
live.
funny. All right.
That's
Cool.
funny. What
Self-taught
are you gonna
too.
say?
Yeah. I was just talking about the Fluid Sims looking good.
Yeah, really nice.
Yeah.
So that's the 27th. On the 28th, Crypto Cubes.
Yeah,
if you
Crypto
click-
Cubes.
Crypto Cubes. So it's a whole bunch of different artists.
This guy, so Crypto Cubes has been around since before Beeple. And the guy who made it, his name is Han, and he's actually one of the people that bid on my Immortalis piece. He bid 33 ETH. And so I had a call with him the other day. Dude, so he also bought Beeple's Time magazine piece in June or July. I can't remember which, but that's when the market was really dipped. So he was super smart to buy it then for like 350 grand. And then he just flipped it a couple weeks ago for 2.5 mil.
Yeah.
So like, dude is making some really smart moves. And I talked to him, and it's crazy. He used to be homeless.
Really?
So he's gone from being homeless to multimillionaire thanks to NFTs. Isn't that insane?
Wow. I would
Yeah, it's
love
crazy.
to have a conversation and talk
he
about
also
that.
he convinced me to do. I was going to do this Motion Plus Design collab drop on Super Rare,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't have time. But he's like so into the project. He convinced me. He was like, "Dude, if you do this drop, you've got a buyer." So
that's cool.
I'm going to try and squeeze it in.
Yeah.
In November. Yeah.
That's kind of a given. You got to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's cool. So that's Crypto Cubes. That's on the 28th.
But yeah, essentially, Crypto Cubes was originally like a collection on OpenSea that now has like a 10 ETH floor. But this is like the third collab that he's done with Nifty, where artists come together with him and create art that goes on the cubes, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love the
Yeah, I
variety
like
of
that.
like styles there too.
Yeah, totally.
DK and Miguel Garist.
saw a
2D,
couple I
3D
recognized
video.
too.
Mhm.
Where
Case.
did I see particular?
Crazy.
Who was it? Not that. No. Norlander.
I love Norlander's work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, that's 28th. On the 29th, 33. It's another collection of, I believe, a curated collection. Is that correct?
Yeah,
David?
33 is like a big collector, and so this is probably like what King of Midtown did, where it's he's ushering certain artists that he's a fan of into the space and doing a collection of their work. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
So look out for that. And then on the 30th is dat.xyz.
Dat XYZ though.
.xyz though.
So, and I'm curious to know what this is. Like, I just see a little teaser on their Twitter, where they're, oh, that's right. Dat.xyz does these really cool little what are they? It's like they're like petri dishes almost. This is stupid that I'm not signed in to Twitter, so I can't look at his Twitter on this computer. This is stupid.
So what is the?
But
are they defacing?
Click
something?
on the person's name, the user's handle.
Well, I will, but I'm so interested in this video.
Or are they
What's
gonna like
happen here?
paste something else on there?
Yeah, he's pasting his own stuff over it, but
Oh.
it's like this gigantic like petri dish type thing, and they're I don't know if they're actual like if it's actual photography or if it's
Where are you
3D.
guys finding all these videos? This is on Nifty Gateway's Twitter. I'm not seeing them.
No, I do. I go before the show. I go and I search
Oh, you
every
go
single
research.
person who
Oh, that's good.
is being dropped.
Nice.
It's interesting
So-
though because like Matt talks about, half the time they have a little promo, but it doesn't show off anything having to do
Yeah.
with what they're doing,
That's-
and it's so hard to know. Like
Yeah.
what do I want to buy? What am I going to buy here? It's like
Mhm.
you got to be on board with the artist before, or
Yeah.
else you just don't know what it is.
Yeah, totally.
It's,
So that's the 30th. So click on that person's name. Click on dat.xyz, and then you'll see
though.
some of these. Yeah, if you scroll down, you see these
Oh.
like really cool petri dish looking things. And I have a feeling that's what this is.
Is that like a
It's pretty-
real petri dish?
I don't know.
Like
I
a
don't know if it's
time-lapse?
real, if it's 3D or something. But it's cool. I like
Yeah.
it. I think it's neat.
Either
I've got
that or it's
something to shill.
sure.
So,
Shill it up.
I just sent a link to this tweet, but so it's Paris Hilton talking about Chelsea's art.
Oh,
Because
nice.
Chelsea is her art is currently in an auction at Sotheby's. Sotheby's released Sotheby's Metaverse, and this
Mhm.
is like it's a collection. So they invited a bunch of collectors to bring some of their favorite pieces to be auctioned off. So it's like almost like a secondary sale type deal. But this is ending tomorrow, actually, and there's a ton of cool art in this. This is the second time they've done this natively digital thing, but this time it's wrapped in this Sotheby's Metaverse platform. So it's pretty sweet.
Super dope.
That's cool.
Nice. Do you have more? Or we get to the end of them already? I don't know where we're at.
No.
Matt. I've
Now
completely-
we're gonna move over to Maker's Place. There was
Oh,
two drops.
we haven't done Maker's Place.
Yeah, two drops. Amir H. Falah. It's a like kind of a like collage of pop culture and Western art type stuff. It's kind of neat. I like this one. This one gets dropped tomorrow on the 26th.
Cool.
So that one's pretty neat. And then on the 27th, Lumi is doing a thing called Future Form. This one's interesting. It's like, I don't know. As I was watching it, this gave me like, so I don't know. When I took my humanities course, in college, they talked a lot about art, and they said art is supposed to invoke a feeling, And I was watching this video, and man, it made me really sick. It gave me like crazy vertigo and stuff like that watching it. I don't know if it has to do with the editing or whatever's going on, but it definitely did invoke a feeling, which was kind of vertigo sickness, motion sickness because of the editing. But I don't know. This stuff looks pretty. Anyway, that's all I got on that.
How about let's show Paul's as well while we're on here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh boy, y'all are hilarious. Y'all are just like throwing stuff in the chat.
Yeah. No,
so
I'm keeping track. We're good.
I have two hand drops.
Okay.
Well, here's Paul's.
Yes.
We're gonna, Paul's.
Is this the short film where if you buy all three, you get a bonus?
Yeah, you get your own robot.
It's
right?
a choose your own adventure.
Choose your own adventure.
Right.
Yeah. You get to choose the ending. That's such a cool concept.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Has anyone bought all three yet?
It's funny.
I think there's been a couple who have bought all three. Yeah.
Awesome.
Chelsea was trying to convince me to finish up my Love in the Time of Space Invaders animation because I only did half of it. And then she was like, "What if you at the end did a choose your own adventure thing?" And then like 3 days later, Paul, unveils his drop, and it's like, "Oh, that concept's been taken."
That's funny.
Not that you can't,
Yeah, I was gonna say you can still do it.
I mean,
like you can only have one choose your own adventure book.
Right.
Yeah. True story.
One has to involve the butt trumpet horse.
That's
like the horse of the apocalypse.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be the Deus Ex Machina that comes down from the sky and saves everyone. The butt trumpet.
That's funny.
What trumpet?
All right. Where are we at?
We are at Ryan Summers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Ryan
just
Summers
did,
minted his first NFT.
He did,
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty cool.
We had this on the
very
list. He actually was chatting with us this morning. Yeah.
Yep.
But he's working on some more as well.
He's just gone full 2D. He used to be like kind of 3D guy, and now he's like so into drawing. This is amazing, actually.
Dude, the animation tools in Procreate are incredible.
Yeah, they are
so
great.
Amazing. Like I needed to do a little illustration for a client, and I was like, I could do this in After Effects, but it'd take me way too long. I don't want them to think that I've actually done the work. And so like the onion skinning and everything in Procreate, and just being able to do add frame, boom, add frame, boom, add frame, and you're able to quickly just sketch something through to get your idea across. Oh, it was awesome. It was so great. So,
What is this? Iris edition.
Iris edition. So this is Andy.
Andy.
Andy Needham hit us up in hit us up in Slack and was shilling his Iris editions. So
dope.
Excuse me.
Oh,
you like how it just disappeared?
Yeah. Oh, look at that. There you go.
Yeah. So these are super cool stuff.
Sounds really like Spyro Gyra.
Right?
Yeah.
Spyro Gyra. The jazz band Spyro Gyra?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, bring back some of them gyros.
Gyro, Gyro.
Gyro.
Gyro. Yeah.
Spyro Gyro.
We also have one from Neil. You want to read the email?
Yes. Let me read the email. Yeah, I want to share with you an NFT drop that I'm doing in collaboration with my brother Sean on Foundation, set to release November 1st, so coming up next week. Sean creates physical art pieces that merge high-end materials with LED lighting, and we want to find a way to combine our skills to create something that transcends the digital NFT space. So he came up with a series of NFT animations representing 3 small handcrafted acrylic LED and bamboo display pieces physically built by Sean. The first collector of each NFT will also receive the animation's corresponding physical piece. That's cool. It will be listed as a split release on the Hilk Built page here.
Hilk Built.
And for now, we have posted a promo video for the drop on our socials. On Twitter.
What is going on with all of this? It's a weird link. It combined a Twitter and Instagram link together. There we go. This account does not. What is going on? HTTPS. There we go. There it is. What we got? Oh.
Yes. We'd greatly appreciate it if you mentioned on the podcast. And then also the following Monday when the collection goes live. So it goes live next Monday. Yeah.
Cool. Oh, here we go.
Here's something that just happened. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm interrupting, but I thought this was so funny. So Pac just released this NFT for people that are haters. So you have to respond with a tweet that you made that was hateful towards him in the past in order to win an NFT.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, can I send him a video from one of our podcasts?
That could work. Yeah, if you were
That's
funny.
funny.
Butting about his work and saying it's so stupid or whatever, that'd be perfect. You'd probably win an NFT from him, and
That's
that'd be
funny.
a lot of money.
That's really funny.
Yeah, I love the way he messes with the community. It's just like the other day, like in his Discord server, all of a sudden he created some new channel called Deathmatch. It was like #Deathmatch and just appeared out of nowhere. And everyone jumped in there and like wrote !Deathmatch to try and get the collab land bot to give them access to whatever it was, you know?
Uh-huh.
And so the chat would just go like scrolling so fast, and then he would stop it. And then he'd like release like a GIF of a nuke and then like let it go again. And everyone just like was freaking out. And ultimately it resulted in nothing, but it was a hilarious like social experiment. And then like a month ago, he did I ever tell you guys about FOMOverse?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
You did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that was another really funny kind of similar instance where that one, it was just a site. I think, yeah, I talked about it in the last episode of the drop, but it was a site just designed to create FOMO and tokenize FOMO. I managed to get one, but like if you got in too early, you wouldn't get it. If you got in too late, you wouldn't get it. It was just, and it was
that's
like
hilarious.
out of nowhere, you know, and like it was free. It was essentially a free NFT that immediately skyrocketed to being worth 8 ETH because there's only 1,000 of them. Now it's back down to like 4 or 5, and it's also a 50% royalty to him. So it like very much dissuades people from flipping it. So you know how Fox had that drop called The Title, where it was like the unsellable, the unsold, the you know, the cheap, the collector, the whatever. This one people were coining the unflippable because it doesn't.
Funny.
You have to like literally double the value in order to flip it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, in that vein, I don't know. Did I mention this last time? The video series about Pac.
I don't think so.
Okay, there's like a whole film series. It's about an hour long total. It's this YouTube channel called The Defiant. It's the Defiant Guide to Pac, and it's like this guy analyzed Pac and his work. If you don't understand Pac, watch this and you'll become a fan, like 100%. It's a 3-part series, and I just posted it in the chat. And you know, it just goes into like his whole career and like how much more than just a visual artist he is, and all the things he's doing behind the scenes. Wow. He's like the true OG. He brought Beeple in, and at this point, I think he's actually made more money than Beeple because his Lost Poets drop, even though it went under the radar, that was a $70 million drop, and then there's the on top of it. And he already had like 50-60 million. So like, yeah, dude is like, he's my favorite NFT artist at this point. Like,
what's the web page where you can see who's the top crypto artist in ETH?
CryptoArt.io.
Okay.
Yeah, but the issue with that site is it doesn't include collectibles on OpenSea. It doesn't include. It's only the one of like NFT market, and also it doesn't. It's weird because it'll scale with the value of ETH. So it says that I've made over $1 million, which is not true.
And you're like, God damn it.
Damn it. And there were like a lot of mistakes I made at first, of course. And then the other thing that's weird that happens is sometimes like it doesn't show my Maker's Place drop because Maker's Place issued that drop themselves from their end. So that doesn't get included. So there's a lot of data that's either included or not included, or if like you have drop something under a different username, that won't be there, you know, or like collab drops and stuff like that. So it's cool, but it's imperfect. But it's a good way of looking at the one-of-one art market, like at a glance and seeing how it's doing.
What's Mr. Keyframe's question here? I heard people was somehow involved with the what? Sorry, it's cut off on my screen. I can't see it.
With the guy who paid for his NFT. Can you guys?
He's talking about Metacopin. There was like some slight controversy maybe over the B20 token at first, in that people had some shares of that, but I don't think that he asked for that, or I don't know. Like that's just a weird situation. That token kind of ended up being like a pump and dump that we all lost money on.
Yes.
Yeah.
I lost my, $50 I put into it or whatever it was, but
put a hand into it and lost it all.
Ooh.
I mean,
but
like,
you never know. I mean, it could come back.
It will not come back.
That's funny.
It's still good. It's still good, right?
It's still good. It's just a little wet. It's still good. It's still good.
Oh boy. Look who's here.
Oh boy. Hi, Dorpy.
Hey, just thought I'd stop by and say happy Halloween.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Yeah, bring it.
What kind of dog does Dracula have? Bloodhound.
Hey, a bloodhound. All right.
Yeah,
It's getting kind of late where I'm at. Whoa, I'm feeling kind of weird. Uh-oh. What happened to him? What's going on? You can't hear it, but there's lots of thunder going on right now on the stream. I don't understand what's going on.
Oh, no.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Man.
Turned into a girl.
Oh, I got a little lightheaded there for a second. I don't know what's going on.
I love that
but...
it's the same voice.
So, anyway, yeah, I'll just keep going. I'm feeling better now. David and EJ, I've really been loving your art lately. Really been getting into it. I guess you could say it was love at first bite.
Thanks, Scary Dorpy.
Scary Dorpy.
Scary. I feel just fine. I have the energy of a puppy.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. I'm getting a little hungry. I should probably go wolf something down.
Oh, gosh.
Hey, Dorpy, where would you sell your NFT?
I don't know. I'm going to get out of here, though. I just like to say before I leave, fangs for the memories.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
And he's looking a little different today. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Must be a full moon.
Maybe he didn't have his coffee? I don't know.
Is that Wolf brand chili?
Yeah. Oh, EJ, were you gonna shill something? Did you have something? You had.
Yeah, I had. If you scroll back some hands.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. I got some link. Is it the Hazim?
So
What? Hazim.
It's the one that it's like a Halloween themed drop.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Wait, where is that?
If you go back.
It's the top. Ooh, these are pretty.
Yeah. So
Like way
Sylvia.
back? Oh, okay, I see. On
Sylvia
Hyuk
Puck has this. She's got a ton of really awesome characters.
Oh,
like
man.
her. Like I love her style. And so she made this whole series of Halloween themed characters, which are super dope. I love like the packaging and like it just flips like a card.
Oh, yeah,
And
those are
if you
amazing.
collect all of them, you get like a special bonus one. So up until this point, I got one of each. So I'm excited to see what else comes
That's
out. I
fun.
think
I
she's
love
got a
this.
couple more drops this week.
I love the the light. Like it looks like a night light on that one. That was pretty cool. The first one.
Yeah, I
Look
love-
at that. Looks like a little light switch or something.
Pumpkin one, yeah.
Yeah.
But she's actually made like she's got a ton of stuff on
God, these are pretty.
OpenSea. Super like her. Go check out her super rare page because it's like completely different from this stuff.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
It's incredible.
Why isn't this coming up? I got stuff that's not coming up today. For
Yeah, no,
some reason.
same for me.
Hen just sucks
There you
ass.
Yeah,
It's
there you
just
go.
Kicking you.
Yeah.
I
Picking
love this texture on this one right here. It's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
But she's
Guys.
made like real vinyl toys that
Oh,
I
that's
bought
rad.
one of and I'm still waiting to get. But yeah, she's really awesome.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Did you have
Did you guys
another
hear?
one? Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, EJ can show his stuff first. No.
Oh, I had so Winbush was talking about. Yep, that's it. So that's the China show that Winbush was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So Winbush, I believe, Ravillo, myself, James Fried Pixels, I think, is in this show. So it's like pretty dope.
That's
This
awesome.
is like my first. I know it's Ravillo's, and James's first like physical gallery show. So hopefully they show some cool pictures of the actual physical gallery because Winbush shared a picture of the show where it was like his work, 3 pieces, just like in like an art gallery with the descriptions underneath. And I was like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Have a physical show.
I want to
like,
do something like that. I think it would be really cool to do like a art show or something like that. Like do it both online and like in a in like an art gallery or something like that. Like rent out an art gallery, you know, do screens and stuff like that. Say we're going to be having an auction or blah blah blah, you know, get a bunch of cool artists or NFTs that we already own, you know, and auction those off. I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
Hit up Bart and see if they can use his space. His space is dope. Like,
we talked about that a little bit.
Yeah, we talked about it.
But then also having a ton of people walk through his space,
I don't think
might be, may not be that
But
great.
he did find a cool place here locally where we could do something like that. So
that'd be super
We're talking
cool.
about having some sort of like redo of GFW C4D, and then maybe do like a local, local artist thing, and then maybe travel around or something and do like these little mini shows or something along with like a cinema, maybe a Cinema 4D meetup during the day, and then at night kind of the more like crypto bro-y people can show up and do,
I mean, you could keep
they
it
don't want to
very
sit through
Mograph
C4D
focused.
lessons. Yeah.
Like just Mograph community, like Camp Mograph vibe, NFT show,
in
where
the
people
forest.
that like maybe not have sold anything before or hasn't sold much, like they can get their work, out in front of people. And
we got to get that hologram technology going, because how fun would that be to have like a forest showing where like they're all just floating in the forest and you're just walking around.
Got to get some of those looking glass hologram displays.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you could achieve that with an iPhone and some shrooms in the forest. Just start scrolling on Nifty while on shrooms in the forest, but it would be a lot cooler if you could do it for everybody. Do a little bit of holograms.
Yeah, just next Camp Mograph, just get a VR headset and some shrooms as you check in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's your shrooms.
Here's your shrooms.
Imagine
Here's
the
your
insurance
pillow.
on that one. Man.
Well, it's legal. It's legal in Oregon.
That's true.
Yeah, well,
that's true.
But the next one may not be in Oregon.
I know.
Yeah, we could go back to Oregon
Actually,
for that one.
we're going to check out one. We're going to check out two in 2 weeks. We're going to check out 2 different camps, and we're going to make a decision from there.
Nice.
I'm very excited about
Can
them.
you
Amazing.
hint as to where they are?
Nope.
No, unfortunately not.
Yeah.
Does it rhyme with Kauai?
Yeah, right.
Here's the thing about Hawaii. I have considered Hawaii, and the thing is, if you go to a camp at Hawaii, the ones that all I've looked at, why would you go to camp at Hawaii? Like like you got cool things that you can do at camp here, but like if you go to Hawaii, you're gonna want to just sit at the beach.
You're gonna want Hawaii,
drink, and you're gonna want a Hawaii. You're gonna want to be aloha.
Yeah.
It's just
maybe
resort
there's
camp
like a
resort Mograph. Mograph
Exactly.
resort.
Destination
you don't need to always
Mograph.
have the kind of camp,
structure.
camp theme, or not the camp theme, but you know what I mean. Like it can just take place on a beach. It doesn't have to be like this, nostalgic like kids camp kind of thing. Every
Right.
time.
See, if we were gonna do something like that, it would be Destination Mograph.
There
you go.
Yeah.
And what we would do is we would probably rent out like, a bungalow or something like that, or like a hotel and get like a special rate and be like, all right, everyone, whoever wants it, this is a special rate, just get there.
Dude, you can go. Think of Castle Mograph. I know that there's like places you can rent in Europe that like you can get a whole castle.
Mograph
Rent out
murder
an
mystery.
entire castle.
Yeah,
That'd be
we're gonna do that for our honeymoon at some point. Like that was the idea. Was like rent out a whole castle for all our friends.
That's a really good idea.
It's surprisingly cheap to do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like how many rooms? Like castles have tons. Like that stupid Downton Abbey house has like 150 rooms. In it.
Only one will
Each-
survive.
I think that one would cost more than the
Mograph Abbey.
Mograph Abbey.
Mograph Abbey.
Real quick, I got a couple more things to drop. Have you guys heard about Coinbase NFT?
Yes.
I heard that they were doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. So the sign up wait list, this is the coolest thing, is the wait list is over 2 million. I haven't checked. It might be 2.5 million. So just a few months ago, there were on OpenSea 50,000 users. Now there are 500,000 users. With Coinbase, probably 2 million.
Wow.
So like it is
That's crazy.
exponentially exploding. So that's like some very bullish news.
Are those people that are wanting to create or just be on the platform? Is that like
collect?
To collect.
Collect.
Okay, collect.
Not
Okay.
artists. There's way
Renting out castles is awesome. I totally want to do this.
Super cheap, right? Can't be that expensive.
Yeah, well, it depends. Now, like this one has 23 bedrooms. It sleeps 50, but it's $52,000 for a week. You know, that's a lot of money.
David, what you said it's collectors. These are 2 million collectors have signed
There
up.
are people active in the market as far as like collecting on OpenSea. Yeah, and if you go to dune.xyz, that's a really good site for analytics. And in general, like you can just scroll down and they've got like, you can look at, you know, just how the market's doing in general. Like they've got graphs for all of OpenSea and, you know, how it's growing over time. So I don't know. I like to keep my eye on that one.
Yeah.
Just to see as general like glance of how the market is doing. And then for people that are like hardcore into like collecting and flipping profile pics, there's this other site called Nansen. I think it's nansen.ai that allows you to track like where the smart money is going and you know what projects people are aping into and when.
What's it called?
I think it's nansen.ai. Let me look. Yeah.
How do you spell that?
I'll paste it in the chat.
Oh. Yeah.
I don't actually have a subscription. It's a subscription service that allows you to track a lot of these analytics. So people are taking this as seriously as any kind of other crypto investing and tracking data as to, you know, and so, you know, this market is very different. The collectibles market is very different from the people that collect one-of-one art. There's often overlap, but the collectibles, people are often just trying to flip and make a profit and treat it as an alt, you know?
CryptoPunks.
So that's all I got. I'm obsessed with mutant cats lately.
Yeah, how are the mutant cats doing?
They're doing pretty good. It's I just love the community. They're constantly like putting on fun events. They have like a DJ in there one day. They're just doing all sorts of crazy stuff. And it's essentially it's a DAO, so they're constantly buying blue chip NFTs. They bought a CryptoPunk, they bought a Fidenza, which the Fidenza was 750,000. They bought 3 apes and 11 cool cats, and those are fractionalized and distributed to the holders of the mutant cats as fish tokens. So essentially, it's a utility token. It's a weird rabbit hole to go down, but it's like it's the first big DAO. So DAO stands for Decentralized Autonomous Organization, and essentially it's just, you know, a group of people coming together. So this is like, it's more focused on the community than and building up the community and the utility versus like the art. The art is not amazing. It's based on cool cats, essentially, and they made like mutant versions, just like the Bored Apes made mutant apes. But the reason the collection's doing so well, and there's a couple others that are competing with it. There's one called Head DAO, and some others like there's one that bought initially cryptodes that to back their coin and whatnot. But yeah, the idea is just like, you know, you're coming together. Your mutant cats become a vote. So I've got 12 of them, and so that means I get 12 votes in what the next thing we're going to buy is, and all sorts of other decisions as a community. And then they're also creating this set of gorillas, which will then eat the fish. So you like earn fish passively by staking. And it's not over 90% staked at this point, which creates a supply shock because there's so few NFTs in the collection you can actually buy. There's only like 260 right now that you can buy. So that means the floor goes up really quick. If a whale jumps in there and sweeps the floor, it's a powder keg waiting to blow, essentially. And so the fish tokens, the way that it's going to work is you're going to feed them to the gorillas. The gorillas are going to produce a serum. The serum you can use to upgrade your mutant cats. So essentially you create an ecosystem of NFTs and all of this stuff. And like traditional DAOs are way more boring.
Gamifying, you're just gamifying it. Yeah, that's all they're doing. They're
Tamagotchi,
just
eat your heart out.
Right.
Yeah,
and
right.
They do it well, and they're like so responsive as a community. They're having like AMAs all the time. They've got contests, and like it's a very active and alive community. And if more and more people are integrated into the community, then that's what's going to drive up the floor price, and that's what's going to drive up like this collection as a whole. So it's a different way to approach this model. It's not necessarily about the art so much as the dynamics and the utility. So that's why I've kind of gotten super down the rabbit hole on that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I just hate that like the best looking NFT collectible, the Mechaverse stuff, just had the shittiest launch. And like something
it's
like
down to
Mutant Cats, I'm like,
1.3.
I would love to get in
1.3
on that.
ETH right now.
What is it?
1.37 ETH.
Yeah, but it's like Mutant Cats. I look at that and I'm like, I don't want to collect that. It doesn't look good to me.
No, but
it's
that's the
all
point.
about the
It
community
doesn't-
and all
Yeah,
the
that
aspect
one
that you
don't
just
select
laid out.
for the art. Others, there was one called the Surreals that I bought into a couple weeks ago because I love the art. But sadly, that one hasn't done as well. Like I think that people are starting to expect that there is utility added to the NFTs in the future. You know, that the developers are constantly adding more to the roadmap, creating more incentives for holding these NFTs.
And literally, and if you wait too long before making any announcement, I think this is the biggest thing. There were so many people in the Mechaverse Discord that it ended up hurting it, you know?
Yeah.
Because there were so many people, one, who were sour about not being picked out of the 176,000 people that, you know, that
and a lot
they
of those are
raffled.
bots, too. Like probably half of those are bots.
I mean,
we
they
can't all be
didn't-
Matt Milstead, you know.
Well, whatever. You know, it's not going to be worth anything here come a month from
I know,
now.
you should have sold.
You know, nah,
Well,
I
that's what
should
I'm
have,
saying,
yeah,
like, are
and then
they-
bought a couple now. But what sucks is like, it's like, I don't know, like, the nobody hates Mechaverse more than the owners of Mechaverse. Like seriously, I've never I'm in the Mechaverse driver thing, and all they do is just talk shit about Mechaverse, and it's like, why isn't there an update? We've waited 20 minutes. Why isn't there an update? It's like, dude, shut the fuck up for like a day, and just let the people sit back and like be happy about their accomplishment of making $45 million in a day, and then maybe they'll give you some sort of update. I'm sorry that it took an extra like day or an extra couple hours for them to mint everything. And so you get all these people who are super negative about, you know, everything that happened with Mechaverse, and it's like, oh, there was fraud. No, there wasn't fraud. Someone actually had to write an entire article about how everything was done correctly, and it's like,
really?
but the thing is, it's like
there was a rumor going around that they you know, gave preferential treatment to their friends and sent them more rare NFTs.
Yeah.
There was, but the thing is, they came back and they said it just so happened that I got a rare one.
Right.
So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna auction it off, you know, and give that money to charity. You know what? It sucks. It sucks that was a situation that happened, and it totally fucking blew the Mechaverse straight down the shithole. You know, because they are some of the most beautiful ones that I've seen.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and like I absolutely love the art. That's why I don't think I'll ever sell it unless it goes up in price. But the thing is, like, yeah, they've now come out with a you know, a roadmap and stuff that they're gonna do, and it's like, you can change the background, you know, coming soon, because people were, oh, the background is white. Why you should have just changed it so that they didn't look the same. It's like, dude, stop fudding and just shut the fuck up and just let this thing actually happen. I'm very pissed about this because, like, you know the scene from The Simpsons when what's his name, the groundskeeper Willie is talking about how Scotland ruined Scots, or like England, the Scots hate the English just like the Scots hate, and no one ruined Scotland just like the Scots did. That's straight up what this is. Mechaverse, like the owners of or the people who didn't get a Mechaverse are the ones who hate Mechaverse so much that it's causing it to just take a shit down the whatever.
Yeah.
So you should buy now. So
absolutely. I mean, the thing
like,
is,
if I have a
if
chance
you're gonna
of
buy
getting a physical one, like I'll buy in.
I mean,
now.
that's in the roadmap. They're talking about doing 3D prints of it. You know,
yeah.
It's like all these things that the people wanted. They're like, okay, we're gonna do this. You know, and it's like,
they're like, nope, too late.
You make 45 million.
I'm just gonna go ahead and sell mine because I'm so worried. I've got hands made out of paper, and I just need to get rid of this.
I think
when you make $45 million or whatever, like this is their full-time job now, right? Like,
yeah,
this is the project they're gonna work on for however many years. So it's like stupid to be so short-sighted.
Absolutely.
And sell right away.
What were you saying, David?
I don't remember. actually.
I am mad, Andy.
there's
I'm
trouble.
very mad about this whole thing.
I think I was
I'm
gonna
mad that I
say-
didn't sell at 9 ETH and then
Yeah.
buy like 5 more at
I know,
1.3 ETH.
That's true of any I've had that same feeling so many times in this space. Like I had a ferocious piece that I sold for 2.5 grand after holding it for like 4 months, and then it blew up to being worth 40K. Like there have been so many times like that where in retrospect you're like, I should have done this. And it creates that horrible feeling of FOMO,
right?
Or whatever.
It's just like it, but it's like the people who, it's even the people who are the drivers in the mech channel or whatever. They're just shitting on the project so much. It's like, dude, why are you even in this? Why are you in this Discord? And I will say they need to do something about the Discord. Because like there's so much negativity. If they would have just like had a moderator in there actually like clearing out people who were just shitting on the brand, it's like it wouldn't have happened.
Of like the marketing working almost too well to the point where it caused the FOMO and hype to be just overblown to the point where projects like these can skyrocket up to the top so quickly and then crash just as fast as they skyrocket. This happened to a lesser degree with Oniforce. That one, everyone saw it coming. Everyone was like, let's jump into this. Like, and it did. It skyrocketed up to like, I don't know, 6 or 7 ETH. And then now it's back down to almost 1. And I think that
1.3.
Yeah, it can be an issue with overhyped drops that everyone sees coming are often not the best plays to make. It's turning out to be the case, you know?
The thing is, like, I still believe in mechas. I think they're great. I think it was a great project, and I really like it. You know, what's stupid is I've seen so many people who are like, yeah, I want a mech. You know, I'm gonna buy a mech once it comes out. And now the thing has been released, and I don't know any of my friends who said I want a mech are actually going in and buying it at this cheap price. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I think just because of all the negativity, no one wants to like jump in. Because I mean, even like all the ones that are the cheapest are like the ones that people were complaining about, where it's like, oh, it's a slight color difference, you know.
Mine looks the same. Oh yeah, absolutely. But it's still cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we have hit our 2.5 hours. Like we.
We should probably
do.
call it.
But there,
David,
I got 2.
People want you to come back for every episode.
I know.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
I can start dropping in more frequently.
Yeah. We should do a monthly thing. We should make it a
monthly.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
That sounds
Let's make it a monthly thing.
David Ariev's drop in. The drop in.
He gives us a All right. Cool.
He'll drop in on the drop.
Yeah.
All right.
You gotta play with the Octane Jesus thing, like the.
You put a couple other links in here, EJ.
Oh yeah, so this show you site is like the Sushi Swap. So just like Coinbase has their own NFTs thing coming out, the Sushi Swap is coming out with their own NFT site called Show You. And I'm not sure, like, and David, you'll probably know, like the max limit upload limit for these NFT sites. This one is 500 megabytes.
Oh, that's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's much bigger than Super Rare is 50. Foundation is 50. Maker's Place is 200, which is why I love Maker's Place for long format content. And then Nifty is 300. 888, the New World's going to be at least 300. And then that's what you just said. 500. That's amazing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, for Super Rare, I was going to release a mirror box piece as my Genesis, but because my mirror boxes are so high, have so much high frequency detail, they look like absolute trash when they're compressed. And down to 50 megabytes, especially for like a 2-minute piece, it was just unrecognizable. So I decided not to go with it. I actually complained like publicly in a nice way to try and like light a fire under Super Rare's ass to like do something about this. Like there's no reason that the premier platform like Super Rare is exceeding Nifty Gateway these past several months. It's at 28 million for this month. Nifty's at like 18. So it is the best place to drop your NFTs as a one-of-one artist.
When are they going to start like opening things up for artists? You know, like
they got their whole Rare thing with their own cryptocurrency, and I don't know what. Like they just announced that you'll be able to do like splits, like shared,
that's cool.
like wallet splits and stuff. But yeah, it's funny how some places are like way ahead. Like I know Maker's Place just announced like a whole bunch of upgrades too, where they're gonna have like cheaper minting.
Yeah, they did.
Cheaper
They
gas
rewrote their
fees.
Smart contract to give
Yeah.
cheaper gas fees. That's great. I wish
But
Maker's
like
Place
this
would do
show
so
you,
too.
this show you has unlimited like collaborator thing in their smart contracts. You could literally
Nice.
collaborate with like 100 people or
Nice.
something
Yeah.
like that.
That's great. I mean, like it right now, like the way I've been doing it is I just send the ETH to people after I'm paid, and that creates an annoying tax situation where I have to like write a
Yeah.
million 10.
Well, and if you want to deal with royalties, like that's a whole nother thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the
Hmm.
splits are like such a necessary feature. But yeah, like again, like that would be my number one request is just increasing the file size limit because it's excluding so many people that make long form content.
Mhm.
And it was cool. Like I'm so happy that Immortalis had such a good reception because that actually like a lot of people that I know, like the Dink, who's like an amazing artist, like Houdini artist, he was like rooting for it and for me because of the fact that it's a longer form video. He's like, hell yeah, long form. Like so many people want to release short films as NFTs, and that's not really done a whole lot yet, partially because of the file size limitations. And what stunned me was Raoul Marx actually reached out to me and said that he's like my idol, right? He's like the guy I always talk about. He's my biggest inspiration. And he was like, hey, dude, your sale inspired me to go and sell my piece.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's just so crazy to me. So like, I think long form is coming, and hopefully these platforms will make way for that and, make better circumstances for us.
Yeah.
I agree.
There's
Um,
Matt, you put something else in here?
Oh yeah, this is just the
Slim
slim
hoods.
hoods. Yeah, I love the slim hoods. I think the slim hoods was a really fun project for people.
Mhm.
And they're real cheap right now. They're 0.02 ETH.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
I went ahead and picked one up. I picked one up that looks like Amy. So
There was one guy on TikTok, and I meant to I'll put a link in the show notes, but he purposely decided, how could I make like the dumbest NFT thing ever? And he, over the course of a weekend, built a site where he's just selling shapes. And it cost him like a lot of money to mint all of these and try this experiment just to see what happens. But I'm interested to see where that goes once it actually drops. So I'll put that in there.
yeah.
And
Okay.
David, I got your link to the Mac Miller Colors and Shapes. I actually saw your post
Oh,
last
cool.
week, so I pulled that up on the show last week.
Oh, good.
But
Okay,
yeah,
so you guys have already talked
amazing,
about that.
freaking
Yeah, that
amazing.
one's just incredible. Yeah, not to do with NFTs, but like one of the most beautiful pieces of animation I've ever seen.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, you want to wrap
all I
up
got.
this drop?
Yeah. If anyone has any drops that they'd like to shill on the show, shoot us an email, info@mograph.com, and we will shill them on the show until next week. Let's get back into the regular podcast.
All right.
Mhm.
Drop. Is this the fucking mic drop? This is exactly what I should be doing.
Dude, that probably blew everybody's speakers out of the water. I apologize.
Yeah, I didn't hear it.
I had to put that intro in at the last second, and I dropped it into my software, and I didn't set the levels. So it's at
That's
over
funny.
9,000. So.
Ooh, I have got to pee so bad. Let's get out of here.
All
Yeah,
right,
I'm
we're
so
gonna get out of
hungry.
here. You can rate us on iTunes, leave a review, help us on the ratings and things. You can say you've been there, done that. Got the T-shirt with the Mograph logo tee, the Paul Babfield the Bab shirt, 2020. All the profits from that goes to Doctors Without Borders. Render
you
Things
gonna
T-shirt,
update
hoodie,
that
long
shirt
sleeve
with your-
tee. I don't know. We should figure something out on that.
Also, I'm wearing
2024.
I'm
Oh,
wearing-
yeah.
I didn't show this, but I'm wearing a Bored Ape Yacht Club t-shirt.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Nice.
Wait, no, I'm all backwards, so I don't know where my.
Yeah, other way. It's on your
It's on my left.
somewhere.
There.
There you go.
Yeah.
Over that. Oh.
It's behind a pumpkin.
And what else? Oh, that Render is Fire shirt, which you're only allowed to wear ironically, unless you're shams.
Unless you're shams.
And Mograph Blandishment shirt. And we're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Mograph.com. Yep. And
Everyone's
that's
saying they're
that's about
deaf.
it. Yeah, sorry.
You want to play some Halo or no?
I
Yeah,
got
I could
20
probably
minutes.
play for like 20 minutes. as
20
well.
All right,
minutes.
let's do it. Get
All
ready.
All right.
Cool.
All right,
Okay,
let's do
we're
it.
going to get out of here. Until next time, I'm Dave.
And I'm Matt.
And I'm
EJ.
David.
Hey, Bert.
Sherman there.
Have a good one.
Later, yo.
Later, yo.
Was this episode 302?
302.
Man, I gotta pee so bad. Be right back.
Save as. Let's see. Do I still have this? Folder. Doodle. Mograph. Nexus.
Pretty good, I guess.
Nexus EJ share, right? Is that